Oh, there she go.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to
Welcome.
part 2 of our conversation of Grace, the Prism series by Love Belvin. Before we get started, I must do our first promo. Brought to you by none other than Mauve
Oh,
from
that's so
Avid.
cool. I love it.
Welcome everyone. Oh, I forgot to do something that I need to do. Welcome everybody. We have the lovely First Lady Carmichael. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then we have Sin's number one, Miss Allegra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then we have Miss Kima B.
Hey, y'all.
And then we have the hater of all haters, Miss Maisha. Welcome, 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 everyone. How's everybody doing this evening?
Welcome.
Good.
Wonderful and ready.
Glad to be in the
Thanks,
presence
Selecta.
of you saints today.
I'm feeling sinful today.
Oh, we
Whoop,
can't hear
whoop,
you,
whoop.
Allegra. Allegra, you there?
She's on mute.
All
Oh,
right,
okay.
I'm sorry. What you saying?
We can barely hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Let's see
All
now.
right,
Even.
y'all. So
Hi, hi.
before we get into all the hate and the dislike,
Mhm.
um, what did y'all think of the book of part 2? Were there any surprises? First of all, just tell me what you thought of it. Let's just start there. Let's not go into all of those details just yet.
As always, this was my best read. That's what I say about all her books. As always, it's my best read. I
I
don't
can
have
I
hear
nothing else
y'all
to say
can hear
about it.
Allegra. I didn't mute Allegra.
I can hear her.
I
Yeah,
heard a little bit.
You know why?
it's
Because she put sin on here. I mean, has she put something
Oh,
else?
here
We
we
heard her
go.
last time.
Girl,
yeah.
did you hear me say go to hell, Maisha?
We heard her last time.
Now let me figure
Telling you.
out iPods real quick.
Allegra, it do
So
sound a little like you sound like you far away.
All right, can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
Sound like you with Jesus' nephew right now.
oh
Oh
There you
Lord.
go.
well,
There you go.
I enjoyed it. As for surprises, I mean I listened to the pre-thoughts from LB, and so the greatest surprise we got in that part. But yeah, we kind of knew. Well, people thought, things would go a little different. Like he would be begging, begging, but he wasn't really begging. Like he sweat begging, he wasn't. So I was really pleased with that. He knows his worth.
I enjoyed part
My little
two.
brother.
I enjoyed part two. I thought it was a really good second part. Like Ayana said, I thought he was gonna be begging a little bit more too, and maybe he should have been a little bit, but it was just I loved how the setup was for everything to come crashing down because I am an LB fanatic, so I know that it was all gonna crash and burn eventually. So I was ready for that. So there was nothing that really surprised me except for, well, we'll get into the few things, but yeah, no real big surprises.
Maisha.
I just want to say that,
Oh,
I
hey.
have never, ever read such a perfect character. And she like that. She
Oh my
fucking
That's not
god.
what
perfect.
we asked you. We
That's
And
not
asked
the
you.
question.
That's
that's
the
what made the
question.
book so good. It's like, God, this woman is dynamic.
Oh
Like
my
oh my God, she made the book. I love it. We're gonna
You
talk
a
about how she
damn
made the
lie.
book. I
Like,
loved it.
Dynamic? What?
Oh my gosh, she
Okay.
made
Let
the
me
book.
just say this. Y'all that's in the comments, we can't see your names unless somebody's on their phone or whatever. I can't see your names.
I can see
Um,
him.
you can see them. Okay, cool. Because I don't know whoever said wow. You're right. Wow.
That was
How
Tara.
do I
I know
start it?
we
How do
lost
I
it.
see the
Okay, see,
comments?
they be ready to
Can't see
say
the
that I
comments.
did something to Ayana. You are you muted? Or you muted yourself?
I muted myself so
Okay.
Maisha
Okay.
can speak her drama.
Okay. I
I
am
got
with Kima.
receipts.
I am a LB fanatic. I've read everything She is one of the ones that I don't wait until all three books are out. I go ahead and I
Me either.
jump right in. And so no, I knew, um, she actually did our book club, and so she gave us a few little tidbits. So there's some stuff that she didn't give us any she didn't drop any nuggets, but she just made us aware of some things that was going to happen. She basically said this, and so we weren't totally blindsided by some of the stuff we did. You good, Allegra?
Yes. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I had to leave out because y'all, it was sounding like y'all were underwater. I
Yeah,
said
Yeah.
that's how it sounded.
something must be
Yes,
going
I
on.
started from
You
you
the one
too.
wanting to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
and I'm sinfully ready for you. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Cheers.
I want you to hold
Cheers.
up. How do I switch the phone around? I want you to see all my highlighted. Oh
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
I'm
Girl,
ready.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
ready.
Oh
I'm
God,
You
not
know they
worried.
would not
whatever.
allow my PowerPoint presentation today. I
No, not
memorized
at
it.
all.
I have it.
That thing
We're
says she
only
Yeah,
thing
use
memorized.
it.
missing is my mic,
Use it.
and since I
Use
don't have
it
it,
as your point of reference.
I'm gonna have to use my water bottle to
Oh,
get my point
All
goodness.
my
across
life,
because I
I
cannot
had to
find my
fight.
mother my
Okay.
mic.
Yes,
Lord,
ma'am. No, we ain't gonna fight with Maisha. We're gonna let Maisha hang herself, do her.
Facts.
So,
I got
I
receipts.
I was talking to First Lady before I, came on. Before you all came on, we came live, and I just had a couple of questions. These are directly at Maisha. So, Maisha, you are part of the LB universe. You are a fan. So, can I just, let's just jump back for a quick second to some past LB heroines. Let's talk about Asmir for a quick second. Did you hate Asmir as much as you hate Jazz?
Good
Mm-mm.
question.
Why not? Because he lied too. He kept stuff away from
He
Raina.
was a
Boom.
liar.
That's one. What
Jesus,
about Trent?
he was
Trent
a
kept a secret
liar.
from Jay. How did you feel about Trent? Mm,
I didn't
Mm.
like Trent.
Mm.
Uh, I did think that, Jade being who she was when she confronted him about, keeping that from her and he, was straight up with her afterwards. I like that. But that was like in the beginning. That wasn't a whole 2 books later.
what beginning?
But as Mirror was, how many books?
Yeah. I
Don't
ain't gonna
backpedal.
say I
Please
did.
don't
No, no,
backpedal.
no. No, I'm not backpedaling. Just Asmir just wasn't one of my favorites. It's just I didn't care too much about him, so that's why I didn't.
Mm.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't care too much about Raina neither, so that's probably why I was
Mm.
like, oh, he lied. Okay, cool. But because I wasn't attached to either one,
Okay,
I
and
like
K-
Michelle.
we have
Michelle was
one.
my
We
person.
have one more for you.
One more.
Winston kept the biggest secret of all.
Who?
Huh.
Who you said?
Stenton
Stanton
Rogers.
Rogers, Stanton
Stent
Rogers
Row.
No.
kept the biggest secret of all. And if
Stinton.
I'm not
They
mistaken,
can't do no
And
wrong.
when
if
Bourbon Street Bookers interviewed, y'all did y'all interview.
I
Was she
love
Team
Stinton.
Sitting?
We
So,
did.
so what
Team
I'm trying to
Stinton.
understand is how Jazz gets absolutely
Cause
no.
she
Let me
perfect.
get my. I'm gotta get my question out first. How? Because I'm the moderator, so I can't. I'm not supposed to really have a strong opinion. We all know that that's some bull crap. Because I'm gonna have a strong opinion, but I'm just trying to understand how Jazz gets absolutely no grace from you
none,
all,
none.
but
No, no,
you
no.
want us to have major grace for Shishi. I'm confused. Help me, please.
Cause she
Baby, she
innocent.
had a
She
t-shirt.
the
She even
innocent
had a
Okay,
t-shirt on that
bystander.
said Team Stent Row.
Girl.
You
Show
know,
did.
like
Hold
what?
on.
okay.
She
Hold
is
on.
the
I'm
innocent
a
bystander in all
Wait.
of
The
this.
key
I
word was innocent. Nobody was more innocent than Zoe, but you were Team Stent Row.
yeah, cause I
She
Zoe
was
just
was
Team
couldn't
a
Stent
relate to
Row.
church
Zoe.
going Christian woman.
You had a
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt, an umbrella, a pen. You even had a lipstick that said Stent Row. I mean,
wait.
Oh
And as much as you say you don't, you didn't care about Asma and Raina, those of us who do, he kept a whole secret. Raina was minding her own business, and that man
Yes, she
chased
was.
her down.
He did.
Kept a whole life
He
from
sure
her.
did.
So I'm just trying to, lay the foundation for as you are ready to crucify this
Crucify.
man. And
She
I
don't.
Crucify
She's just trying
Jesus
to
nephew.
figure out how your mind works because it
right
ain't
That's
working.
all.
because let me just say this. I don't dislike Chi. I don't dislike her at all.
Me
I,
either.
I
I
don't
think
either. I don't either.
no,
I
you
don't dislike her. But you
no.
literally are hating on my brother.
Like
And Bay and
I
I
don't think
don't like
any of
that.
us have said we
If
just
you
disliked her.
thought,
What we
if you
said was
thought I hated on him with the first discussion, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh,
I'm
good.
ready. I'm
And
ready.
none of it is based on
I'm
sensical
ready.
facts. Like, mind
right.
you.
When
Come
are
on,
you gonna get on
Kima.
the right team? When you
Huh?
gonna get on the
I am
right
on the
team,
right team. I am definitely on the right team.
girl?
This woman
Well,
was
I think we're
perfect,
all
and
on the
I'm
right
gonna,
team. We're all team love. So that's the key part. That's the right
That's
team.
true.
oh my God, this
However,
is the most
Maisha,
dynamic woman Love has ever wrote about. Like
You
I
a
just
lie.
freaking love
Are
her.
you crazy?
Girl.
Oh
Okay,
my
wait, y'all.
God.
Not
Wait, y'all.
when.
Wait, y'all.
Hold on.
Maisha, go ahead. Please tell us what makes her so dynamic. Please.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna mute myself so that I don't enter. Please
Mhm.
tell us why she's
oh,
so dynamic.
She a bad bitch. That's number one. She like people say she judgmental, but I don't see what's wrong with her. Anything she assumed, like, it's not far
even
fetched. It's not like it's not far
if
fetched.
that's what you're going
Anything
What?
with,
she
what
assumes.
That's it? Is she a bad bitch?
that
That's it?
right?
That
No,
does
I'm
not
not
make her
finished. I'm
dynamic.
not
Was
finished.
not
I'm
Izzy
not
baby?
finished.
Was
I'm
not
getting to crack
Izzy's
up in
baby
my
a bad
mouth right
bitch?
now because I need a sip. I need a sip.
It's
I
Look,
need
that's
a
not
was
sip.
it.
is it Kima? Wasn't Izzy's baby a bad bitch?
Let's not talk about Shamika because I'm already mad. Her name is too
No,
close to
that
my
was
real name. No, Shamika. Oh no. Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
No, we
Shamika,
talking about
Victoria.
baby
what's her
girl.
Victoria.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
she
her name?
got that shit from Shamika, and I can't stand. If there's one person in the LB
Shamika was far
universe
from a bad bitch.
that I don't like
Shamika was
outside of
doing
Brianna,
bad bitch.
it's Shamika. But
Shamika was doing bad bitch.
my thing
She wasn't
is
a bad bitch.
like you have characters like Tori. You have characters like, and Tori's like one of
Lex,
my faves. Like
like Lex.
like
Lex is
Lex,
dynamic.
like
Elle
my
was
one of my
dynamic.
favorites, Winter Blue. You know what I'm saying? You have characters like that, and
I say Winter Blue is the closest to she is
oh,
being
you
dynamic.
You are out of
alive.
your mind.
You,
Yeah.
Maisha, you know I love you. Outside of arguing here, you are delusional. Like, please don't ever put Shishi and Winter
Mm-mm.
in the same
Let me tell you
sentence
something.
ever.
Ever.
Please.
Ever.
Winter Winter
Ever. Do not
was
talk about blue.
Winter was a Mike Brown away from being in a homeless shelter or being staying with mama. She
So what
would
the
never.
that makes her less than because
No,
she
it
was
just makes
almost
she was
homeless.
bad. She was bad. Everything about her, the way she kept herself, her education, her career, how she could leave her career and go to something else without blinking an eye. She was a bad bitch.
But
She
as if
was.
she and I see, this is what I wanted to say later on in the conversation, but I'm gonna say it now. She wanted to be a bad bitch, but she was not fully a bad bitch
Definitely a
yet.
bad bitch.
Yet, because and let me tell you why. If she was the baddest bitch of all, Trina wouldn't give a damn about
Trina,
nobody's Cynthia. She wouldn't care about nobody's whoever
Girl,
the
yes,
other
she
girls
would.
was.
Let me tell
Not
you
Trina.
something. Being a
Not
bad
Trina.
bitch to not stop a man
Hold
from
on. I
cheating on
didn't
you.
finish. I didn't. He never cheated on her
When
though.
did he
So
cheat? You said when did he
I don't
cheat?
understand what that has to do with anything. Like I said, when
I'm
you're a
talking about
bad bitch and you
Austin.
standing there, if we talking about a bad bitch, she wouldn't have worried about Cynthia. Cynthia wouldn't have been
Yes,
nothing
I
to
would.
her.
Did
Why?
we
For
talk about
what?
how
What
she
does
almost
Cynthia?
died? She almost
Um,
died because
But
he
did he
went and
know
killed
that?
did
Did
he
he
Cynthia.
know
know
that he was
that?
allergic
My
to
Did she
cats?
share that?
God.
Did
Did
she
he
Yo.
know
share?
that? So
Listen,
let me
I
say
was
this.
about to jump in
Even
the book and get CPR, mouth to mouth, to help
Maisha?
Shishi out. This
okay, let
nigga
me
Maisha.
ask
almost
you this,
killed this woman.
Naisha. Did Peach know? She didn't. Did
Wait, I
Peach
gotta
know
think
that
about
too?
it. I gotta
Did
think.
Peach know that too, though?
I almost lost Shishi. Like,
Yeah. Maisha, I'm not messing with you. Like I said, if she was, She is way too insecure for me to be a bad bitch. She is over 30. Get over yourself. Like, most of their conversation revolved around his relationships with other women besides her. I'm a bad bitch. I don't give a fuck. You can't touch me.
I don't. That's the
Period.
thing. That's the thing, and people don't understand. Like, you could be a bad bitch and still get cheated on. Like,
What does
that
that?
doesn't
That's not what I'm
absolve you
talking
from
about.
being.
That I'm
You said
not
she
talking about
shouldn't
that.
worry, but yes, she should.
No,
Let
no,
me
no, no,
tell you
no.
why.
There's
Now,
a difference. Hold
before
on,
we
Ma.
knew why she acted like that with Cynthia,
My, hold
this
on.
is
Let
still
Kima
your
finish.
ex.
Let
Hold
Kima
on.
finish.
Hold on. That is not what I'm talking about. You're taking two different avenues. I'm not
Go
saying
ahead.
that because you're a bad bitch, you cannot get cheated on. Beyonce got cheated on. So, there's that.
And
You know
she's
what I'm
the
saying?
baddest bitch.
And so like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you think at the end of the day Beyonce got cheated on, she's walking around like concerned about thrift store Cynthia's? No. To sell records, yes, maybe, but you think she really cares? Because at the end of the day, she got Julius right there. Play with me if you want to. This is all I'm saying. My problem with Shishi is she's very insecure. Oh, you like this one because she's frumpy
Mm,
this and welfare
I
this
think,
and this
but
and that.
I
But
think
why?
when I found out about her mom, and even let's be real, that shit right there is traumatizing. And it's like you can see the hurt that her mom is going through, and then her mom is feeling like she's choosing the mistress by being around the side. It's like that right there. Her insecurity about men cheating on her, and that comes from her father. That's going to be there regardless. And the fact that Austin proved basically you coming from your father cheating on your mother, and then your boyfriend cheating on you. Like, come on, like I would be like that too,
Okay,
and
so
that's because of recent events. That don't have nothing to do with insecurities, because you can be secure in
it is
all
an insecurity.
outdoors. It's
So can I
not.
ask you
It
this
is an
question?
insecurity.
Let me ask you this question. So Jazz didn't know anything about her allergies. She started sneezing,
Almost
about to
killed her.
drown in the bathtub.
She's reaching.
You threw a tantrum, woke that lady up, woke the secretary up out of her sleep to cancel the damn flowers.
Got
Why?
cancel
Her daddy
cancel
has passed away. Like, are you
I ain't
serious
know
right
him.
now?
Because she
She
didn't do
ain't
it out
know
the
him.
kindness of
Okay,
her
so she
heart.
didn't.
She ain't know him.
Wait. Your point is she didn't know him, right?
Mm-mm.
Then what the
Listen.
hell did you send the flowers for in the first place?
That is being courteous, but
No,
after
no, no,
you
no,
So
no,
done
can I say
no.
solicited
that you canceling
mommy
it
in,
too?
after you done solicited mommy into your house,
She didn't solicit.
She didn't
Oh yeah,
solicit
she solicited the man
anything.
because her daddy died.
Come
Girl,
on,
girl,
Ma.
will
that
shut this whole thing down.
listen, what is Jazz gonna do?
Maisha.
He
Right
knew you
now,
for 3 days and 2 weeks. Like, what he
What?
gonna do? Why is we calling Jazz?
Hold on. Are you
Jazz don't
serious
know.
right now?
Why is
I'ma
we
fool
calling
around and drink a
Jazz?
whole bottle of
They
champagne
they
tonight.
went on dates. He met her father.
Oh
I
my
think I'm gonna
god.
be honest with you. Like, when I was reading the comments to those questions, I had to really like remember my age, because I'm thinking about it like, I'm a grown adult. Somebody that I know, parent died. I can't go see, are you good? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not that jealous. And I'm not that
It's not
insecure to
about
be that. Oh no, no,
yes,
jealousy.
that
it
was
was.
about jealousy,
Phaedra,
honey. I got
you
passages.
are so delusioned with this girl, and I'm not. You can like
Apparently,
who
she
you
didn't
like.
read that section enough because what did that girl say? Are you still fooling around with her?
Oh,
Right.
I'm
that's
not
So
gonna.
it
cause of
was
I'm not.
jealousy.
Austin.
It
Blame
I'm
absolutely
not
was
gonna
Austin.
be
jealousy.
cheated on with thrift store
Oh,
Cynthia.
that's right. She called it something else. Hold on.
So
Thrift
she
store
wasn't
Cynthia.
insecure.
Thrift store Cynthia was booked too. She was something else in this one. I gotta go and find it. Yeah, she
I'm just saying,
Linebacker,
like,
big
it,
second
back D.
hand. Yeah, second
and
hand
I don't
something.
dislike Shishi, but I have a
Humpty
couple of problems
Dumpty.
with her. My problem with her is that she throws her money around as a way to control people. She didn't give a damn about that chick's father. She was
I
doing
didn't
that
either.
to show a grand gesture, like she's better. Like, I got the man,
Yes,
and I'm
I
sending you
got your
flowers
man.
too. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I don't
And
think
now
that.
she's
yes.
jealous. Oh, it's absolutely
Cynthia,
bad.
no, but the
It's
thing is,
absolutely
like
bad.
she is very generous with, like, it's not about grandstanding with her.
Oh, it's
That's
very
her
much
love
about that.
language. It's
Oh
It
not.
can be a
no,
love
It's
language
because
when you
that
not.
throw it
whole
in people's
vacation trip,
face.
That whole
How's
birthday
that? How's
vacation,
that
that was
doing?
grandstanding. She wanted to spend the money.
No, it was
Yes, she did.
Yes,
not.
she
Oh
did.
my God.
I have the
And I have
passage.
a
You want me to
package.
read it to
I have
you?
a package. I
No,
have a
I'm
passage
about
about
to.
that.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold
I'm
on.
about to
Because
get it to you
love
because I
just
can't
print.
find my receipt.
Go ahead.
She throws it in a lot of people's face when she was going on about then that was a part I didn't like when she was going on about the what is it called, the private plane trip back home. She was like, oh, I did this for your family and I wanted them to do this and whatever. I'll find the passage in a second. So she does throw things in people's face a lot because she uses her money to control people because it makes her feel good. Now there's some people who are just like that. I'm not saying it's always malicious, but she likes to be in control and she uses money to control people. That's why she was mad he didn't tell her that he was taking a private plane home because it's like, well,
Mm-mm.
damn, you got more
Well, I
money
have my
than me.
receipt about that too. No,
It is
no. He
the
said he
whole.
didn't. He literally said he didn't tell her because he was trying to keep his family
No, that's
around and
not what
tell them
I
what they can
said.
and cannot say.
That's not what I said. I said she was mad because he had a private plane or access to a private plane, which means he
And
has
didn't tell
money.
her.
And
That's
she
not
is
true.
okay,
That wasn't even
yes.
his. That was Sadiq's song. It's not like
I
he
didn't
owned a private
say he
plane.
owned the private. Listen to what I'm saying.
I am listening
I
to
am
what you're saying.
saying that she was mad because he was able to do something without her and her money. And I don't care what you try to say. That's what she did in the
The
first place,
feeling is
and she did it
mutual
in the
then. I
second
don't
place.
care what you're trying to say neither. Like,
Because she absolutely did. If he had told her, "Oh, I'm taking a private plane," in rather than keep it from her, it's not like she would have been like, "Oh, yay, let's all go." She would have been like, "Well, how can you get to a private plane? What's your name?" And he would have been like, "Say the fuck less." That's just how their relationship is. She does not like when she doesn't know where his money is coming from. Period. And when they had that whole
cause
conversation about money, she
Wait,
said
who
that.
wants me to accept less? No, I can't see who that is, but that ain't true. That I don't want her to accept less. That's not. I don't.
no, no,
That's
no,
not.
no, no. First and foremost, oh my God, Jesus, she just said so much stuff I don't agree with. I don't know where to start.
You on
But
mute,
anyway,
Ayana? You on
anyway,
mute?
We
literally
couldn't hear
about
you.
the trip
Is it
downtown. I
better?
mean, the
Can you
trip
hear me
out
Yeah,
of
you
now?
can hear.
the country or
Okay.
She
whatever.
absolutely does care about him having
Her
money. If she didn't, she wouldn't throw it
her
around.
Wait,
her
go ahead,
family.
Ayana. Go ahead,
So
Ayana.
I don't believe that it's ever malicious on her part. I don't believe that she wants to control anybody with her money. I got from that was more or less her in a sense buying friendships, you know. And when I say that, she's accustomed to being the one to shine. You know what I'm saying? So just like, and which let me say this before I go, it kind of tripped me out because me and Allegra was talking about this. Why she was needed to borrow Peach's diamond earring?
I don't know.
Did that seem weird to y'all?
Yeah, it was a little weird. I didn't understand that part either.
And so in saying that, again, sometimes I feel like she likes to buy a friendship. She likes to be in the know. She likes to have her hands on everything. That
That
trip
was to
piece.
impress his family, in my opinion.
No, I that and to get closer to his family. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
this man had to have a meeting with his family and say, "Keep my business out of y'all mouth." So when we get on this island, because he already knows she's prying and trying to get information about who he
She
is, what he
knows
does.
it.
Listen, and it's disrespectful. It is extremely disrespectful because here's the bottom line. What I want you to know, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you when I feel. I don't care if I've been in your guts. When I feel like I'm ready to share more information with you, that's when you will get it because I get to determine who I am. What's my name? My goddamn name is Jazz. Now she can't even pronounce the other name.
He
Can she?
can't
But,
pronounce the other name.
but
Hell, her mama can't pronounce it. His mama can't pronounce the other name. And this
Can
is
you
the thing,
mind?
cause
Can you?
this is the thing. When his dad first met, when he said this is Jazz, and his dad said, "Is that the name you're going by now?" She could have asked her damn daddy, "Well, Dad, what is his name?" She could have asked that. She
That
did
would have been
not. She wants to
inappropriate.
hear it from him. She is not a prior. She does not pry. if
Oh
she
my
wanted to
goodness,
do
are you
that,
kidding me?
if she wanted to find out exactly who he was, she could have did it. She wanted to hear it from him. She really wanted to hear it from him.
Okay, I agree with that. I personally think at this point that should have been discussed, but I'm not even talking about that part. What do you mean she's not a prior? She spent the whole of book one trying to get information on this dude that she wasn't messing
From
with
who?
until the end.
From who?
Yes,
She even
She tried
asked
to get it from
Sergio.
who?
She
I'm
she
not
even
gonna
tried to
lie.
get
asked
from
She
Sergio.
actually
him, from him, without really knowing him like
she
She
asked
that.
two.
asked him. I don't think she pried into like. I don't think she
Oh, you mean
pried
pride
with
into
anybody else.
with other? Oh, okay, yeah,
And that's
Yeah,
definitely
a
she's not that.
I don't think she pried with anybody else. I'll
that's
She
give
another
didn't
Maisha
whole
that.
pry.
But she
that's
is.
I'm
another
And
not
whole
she
finna.
that
wasn't.
disturbs
Listen,
me too.
I flat out. She was not interested in knowing the truth because if it had disturbed her as much as she said it disturbed her, she had the
Exactly.
opportunity to leave at any time. She
At
didn't.
any time.
That's why
The
I
Every
say
dick
move
was
around.
superb.
Every
She
time he
stuck
did come
around.
down, she asked
She
his name.
stuck
He didn't
Girl, cause
around.
say
she was
it.
being,
And
she was
And she
letting
came back
Jesus'
for
nephew
more.
try and guide her.
And
And then
here's
what?
another
even
Apparently,
part.
he
I'm
couldn't
gonna
do
What?
skip all the
that.
way to the
When she
beginning.
realized that Sergio couldn't stand Jazz, but she sat there and let Sergio drag for him and all his friends. Come on, and you working for the man? That didn't say
She
nothing.
let
And
she
even
let what?
after she broke up with him, she kept coming back for the superb dick.
Period.
I mean,
I'm
that
right
makes
with
Because
you,
sense.
Allegra.
Huh?
she was
I'm
I've
right
hitting
with
it
done that
you.
quickly.
before.
So guess
I'm
what?
not giving neither
I've
one of
done
the
that
two
She
of them
wasn't
before.
worried.
pass. They were both wrong. He should have told her things, and she should have made sure that he did by cutting him off. Oh, you're not gonna tell me this? Okay, bye. And did her own thing. And I bet you if he was,
But the thing is,
if she was, the thing is what?
she
Mine
did
just want
tell
to.
him
Mine
when
just
they.
wants to make excuses after excuse.
It's not
But she
excuses.
should.
She
It
did
is
tell him
because
when
you're
they
not
first.
holding her
Oh my god.
accountable for any of
When
the
they
things that
first
she
met
did.
up in the coffee shop
We ain't back at
back
book one in the
then.
coffee shop because he didn't.
No,
No,
she's
I'm
talking
not.
about book
No,
He didn't
this is
talk.
two.
book
He
two.
didn't
She's
This
talking
is
talk
about
about
book
book
a damn
two.
two.
thing in the
In
coffee
book
shop.
in book two, when they were in the coffee shop, she said, "Say less," and he said, "No, that's not what I want. I
Okay,
want
and
to
then
tell
she
you."
could have said, "All right, then. Well, then
Oh
that's
my
that.
What's
god!
your
You
But
don't
she
name?
want
didn't
something."
want to. That's the thing. You said she didn't. She literally said, "This is not
What
what I
I'm
want." Say
saying is,
less.
what I'm saying is, she said what she wanted, and he said what he wanted. So now y'all are at an impasse. Why didn't she say, "Well, that doesn't work for me still," and walk away? She didn't walk away because she wanted the D, and we know this.
That it's
She
not
said
about the
it.
D. She
She
cared
said
about him.
that. It wasn't
She
a. She
cared
said
about
that.
him.
She said it in the book. Allegra, didn't she said in the book that she wanted the D? I swear she did. She said
So
that.
She always
you gonna
wanted to
say
do.
this girl don't care about him? Like
I
really? Like
never
no?
said
No, we
I'm
didn't
that.
say
saying that
that.
she don't
You
care.
talking about
We
she wanted
said
the D? You
we're
excuse me. I
saying
said she cared about him. You
I'm
said
talking
she
about
just
book
wanted.
two.
But you making
I
it seem like he did. So you are under the impression he didn't care about her at all.
what? When I say that,
Well, say
You
something
hate
that
the
makes
man. What
sense.
you mean when you say
Say
that?
I
something
do
that makes
hate him,
sense.
but that's because he an asshole of me. I
He
don't like
is
him.
an asshole. He is, and she's just as much as an asshole. They're literally the same person. So everything you don't like in Jazz,
She don't
I don't
pretend to
understand
be
how.
Jesus' niece.
Oh, you are.
She
Oh
don't
my
pretend to be Jesus'
god.
niece.
What does Jesus have to do with anything?
Exactly, Mr.
How is
List,
he?
Mr. I give up.
Okay, so
Like,
listen. How is he pretending too when he's going
Yeah.
around doing the things that
oh
he's
my
doing?
God,
Maisha, you
I
know
need to
what?
find
Let's
a
shut it
white.
all
I
down.
need to find it.
Are we about to give you your time to shine? Go ahead on with your PowerPoint. Let us know what your problem
Okay,
is.
okay,
Go ahead.
okay.
I'm gonna
So,
press mute.
okay,
I'm gonna press mute. Go ahead.
okay. So when he was talking to this, how I know Jazz a fucked up person or whatever. Excuse me if that my. But okay, so when he was talking to his little brother Nicholas, and you know Nicholas was disappointed because even Nicholas don't know anything about him, don't know where he stayed, none of that. He said, "I need to do a
I'm gonna
better
stop you.
job."
I'm gonna stop you. Why don't Nicholas know anything about his brother?
Because his brother don't tell him.
No, because
My
his fucking
really,
daddy will not
really,
allow it.
Maisha.
Okay? Because his
But
daddy
what
will
that
not
gotta
allow
do
it.
with
I'm gonna
what
press
that gotta
mute
wait,
again. Go back.
what that
Go.
gotta do
No,
with his
but I'm not gonna press mute. Let me just say this: you are talking. You talked earlier about her mother and all the stuff that she went through,
and all of
Mm-hmm.
that and being cheated on. But you're not talking about how Jazz has been through stuff too. He had a fucked up childhood as well.
Well,
And
he's
so
not
you act
driving
like
it.
none of
He's
that.
driving the ship to me though.
What?
He's driving the ship to me though. I get
She
what you
can
saying.
she can jump ship.
Exactly. Y'all want her to jump ship, but she's not driving the ship. She's a passenger. This is his ship.
And if she don't like where
So
he going, she can get off.
he's the one that has to give direction and push it in
No,
the right way. It's his ship. He's
But
riding.
hold on,
He's
she's a
driving it.
bad bitch though. So why is it his shit? Megan drives hers. So
Maisha,
why is she?
if
Why is
you
it
get in
not
a
her
car
shit?
with
She don't
somebody
even
and
want
they
to get on
tell
the
you,
boat.
I'm about to go rob this
Lamont
store
was
real quick,
trash.
and if that's not what you want to do, you're not gonna get out.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, Lamont is trash. I didn't like him. Okay, so
What?
he said, Lamont, he said if there was something I learned last weekend, it was I had to start being honest with people about my lifestyle. Even if I couldn't share the complicated details, I could at least be transparent about the basic shit, like I'm not broke and posted up in my mom's crib in Harlem. Like he admitted that this is really the beginning of the book when he was talking to Nicholas about, spending time with him. Like Nicholas wanted to come over his house. Nicholas has no idea where he stayed. And y'all talking about he has to go through Lamont. He don't have to go through Lamont to say, hey, Nicholas, I have a house. I don't stay with my mom. I have a car too. That doesn't take much for him to tell his brother. So that right there is bull. He doesn't have to go through Lamont to talk to his brother. His brother has his own call. He's calling him. He called him before. He comes to visit him. They can
So
have
hold
those
on,
talks.
hold on. At what point was he ever alone with Nicholas?
Right there.
He was never alone with
He
Because
was
Nicholas.
He
his
never.
was. He
father was
That
literally
there.
was.
man would
His
He
never
was in.
daddy
let
was
him be
always right
Oh,
alone
yeah,
with that
yeah.
boy.
okay.
He was
Maisha is
outside
being
with the boy
Maisha's doing
playing
semantics
basketball.
now. She doing semantics. It's not like they were gone away from the house. Yes, his
Yeah,
mother was
they
in
was.
the house.
That's what I'm saying. They
They
were
was
in each other's
outside.
presence. It was just them two. He could have literally been talking to him.
And
They wasn't. They
do
even
you
though the
think
mother was home,
do
they
you
still.
think wait, pause. Do you think that boy would not have lost his shit and started talking loud and saying, you got this, that, and the other? That's still a child
No.
that's impressed with
Yeah,
that.
but I don't think
Yes, he
so.
would have. He would have.
And
He
he
wouldn't
may
have
have
kept
shared
it because he
information
would
with
have had
his
to
dad.
say.
Again,
And we all know
this
how
is
his
what
dad
Jazz
even
said.
viewed him,
Jazz
because
said
when
he
he
needs to
when
be.
he told him, when he decided to fess up and say that it was his boat, the daddy looking at him all sideways. You brought
That's
this
the
in my
dad.
house. How you judging
Nicholas
me?
did
What
not
I look
judge
like
him.
But Nicholas
having
is
own
not
a
old enough to
goddamn boat
say,
and don't have
Deuce's
nowhere to
dad,
live?
I'm going with my brother. That's why he also told him, when
He gonna
you
be.
get of age, I got so many bedrooms. You can come anytime you want to. You don't
Pick
have
a
to
room.
always
He
be
could have been
with
said
him.
that to him.
What?
He
Why
could
are
have
No,
been
he
Oh,
said
couldn't have
that
all
to
said
right.
why
him.
do you
anything
think
to
that he
him.
Next
owes a
point.
child that?
Oh my
Next
God.
point.
Oh, a
Nicholas is a
child. That's his
child.
brother.
It
That's a
doesn't matter if it's
17-year-old
my. Hold
kid.
on,
He
it's
don't
his
know
brother
nothing
that he
about his
met.
So,
Hold on,
okay.
Maisha. I didn't say
Oh my
anything while you
God.
was talking. I was quiet. I listened. I just want you to hear me out on this
You're not.
point. I literally was on mute. I didn't say nothing. I promise. This is my only thing, and I'll go back on mute. You want him to share his life with his brother that he just met in 2 years. Jazz is from the street. He doesn't know if Nicholas is like his daddy. He's been judged all his life. His teachers judged him. This person judged him. Very rare few people in his life judged him. He's just met this boy and he's trying to build a relationship with him on his terms, yes, because he doesn't know dude, but he knows his daddy. He knows his daddy is foul, and he knows if his dad had access to certain information, he would treat him a certain way. So why doesn't his trauma matter with his dad? Because his dad really effed him up. So why doesn't he get to be picky and selective when he shares that with his little brother who is not of age, and that makes him a bad person? Now I get she, but his brother, yeah, I don't understand that.
I'm confused on why his growth, his attempt to get his life together is just like, fuck that man. He ain't shit. That's why I'm confused on all of that.
Say it again.
No.
I heard he say, "Fuck it, I'm sorry. I was reading the thing." You said,
So, Maya, let me ask you a question that from a comment that's in the from a
"Why I
statement
can't
that's in
see
the
the
comments. Do
comment?"
you believe that that Shy was trapped into her pregnancy?
I don't think she. Okay, so that's another thing. I think that after Vera died or whatever, and she was sitting there when she was shopping for plants, and she said that Vera had nothing. You know, she didn't leave anything. She didn't leave a legacy. It was just her goodwill. That's all she had left. I think that right there is the only reason she went along with, you know, having sex with him unprotected. I think in that moment, even though she said she didn't want kids, I think she wouldn't have minded having his child. That's what I feel, because when she
Do you believe he trapped
no, I
her?
don't believe he did a stint roll to her. I don't believe he did a stint roll to her. I think that, you know,
Because
again,
And
she's
LaShawn,
old
wait, I
enough.
just want to point out. I just want to point out. She finally admitted that Stent trapped Zoe. But carry on the jazz.
I mean, I thought that was clear in the book. I don't know why she was ignoring that, but okay.
I
now,
just, you know, I feel like with she like, you know, when Vera died in the book, and the first thing she said, she left nothing. Like she has no legacy, nothing to go. I think she having a child made her feel more fulfilled. You know, like I'm not in my 30s with nothing. I have a child. I think she was open to that. Like when she told
I
her
think
that I'm
she
not.
was. I think she was really accepting of the idea of being a parent. And
Yeah,
again, once she
but
learned
marriage,
that,
no. But I
but
think she was open to
once
that.
she learned his worth in terms of financial, it's not like he's going to be a deadbeat dad. He's going to be here and participate. And let me tell Sandra another thing. Sandra, are you listening? That baby's last name is definitely Sinclair, sis. She would never not give her baby a real legacy because Witherspoon no longer has value. It doesn't own anything.
No, but she has her dance studio and stuff. Like that's not funny. But
Yes,
she has her dance studio and
It is.
it
you
is.
know
But
all
she
that.
gonna have both. Like, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
She
That's
she
another
I'm gonna tell
literally
thing.
will
you.
have a
Let me tell
legacy.
you,
Her legacy is her that dance
she
studio
need
and
to go
stuff.
right back to
And if
therapy.
that's the case, Maisha, then she shouldn't have been in his face talking about, and my stupid ass let you just take my dad's legacy. Come on. First of
Well,
all,
listen,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
let
I
you
was
Yes, her
talk.
about to
dad.
say.
Go ahead. Let me
I
take you.
think he should have told her about that. I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, she need to go right back to therapy and get assistance with getting out of her own way. Because you literally sat there and yelled in that man's face that you're stealing my father's legacy from right under me.
Hmm.
You're stealing my child's legacy. He's securing your child's legacy. Girl,
I get
come with the
that,
bullshit.
Allegra.
Come.
I get that,
This
Allegra.
and
But
that's
I will
why.
say that Jazz should have told her.
Oh
Then I'm
yeah,
not
I
saying in
agree.
the
And
beginning.
listen, all the way when you found out that what was going on with Danny Lou and you knew you
Yeah,
was about to make that big merger to take over, indeed you should have opened your mouth and said something.
He should
yes.
have
But
opened his mouth. He should have opened his mouth a lot of times. I've never said. I keep saying I never said that he was perfect and he did everything right. My point has always been that they both had. Notice that for rolling her eyes. Like, are you for real right now?
I wrote myself that one.
They both. I'm saying. I've always said hold both of them accountable. They
Yes.
both are accountable for the actions and the things that took place. Not
Both.
him, not just her, both of them together. I did say in the beginning of the first
It's
book
like
that
2080.
he didn't owe her nothing when she first approached him. Now at this point in book two, y'all sleeping together. He's still holding stuff to his chest, and I
y'all
get a lot
sleeping
of
together raw dog.
right
Raw
raw,
dog.
and I
Raw
get a
dog.
lot of it because he had to protect so much, still being under and on probation.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you don't know nobody that's had to deal with that kind of stuff. Like I really don't either, but I got
My
enough.
boyfriend is still on probation, so I
But if your boyfriend holding millions and millions of dollars,
But and
what you
this is
talking about?
another
This
thing
somebody
too.
is she for real?
She
Because I know
shouldn't make it any
you a
easier
boyfriend.
on him to share stuff sometimes because she would throw it in his face. And I keep saying this. There was one point where he had mentioned something about what he did, and she's like, "And you're a murderer." Well, bitch,
He
this is why I didn't
is.
tell you.
He
It doesn't
is.
matter.
But
This
you
is my
can't.
thing. And
If
hold
you're
on,
in a
I had just
relationship with somebody, you cannot be thrown. That's not gonna do nothing
that's
but tear them
foul.
apart.
Come on,
and she
Maisha.
only
Let's be
threw
a
it in his
real.
face
Hold
It's
on.
somebody's face.
when he showed glimpses of that murderer.
No,
He is
that's
the
not how it
murderer.
works, my
Listen,
Me and you
I
are friends.
So,
Hold
Who
so
on.
when
don't
my
love a
ass was about
killer?
to get
Hold
snatched
on.
up out there on Red Island, when she was about to
Nah,
get snatched the fuck up, then what?
Girl, and then
nah.
he did too much.
He
You
did
done
too
got
much.
kicked out the car. Why is you
Yo,
talking him
I
to
let
death?
me
might,
tell
she
you
gotta go.
something.
Look,
I
my
only
gotta go. I gotta put her in the waiting room. She gotta
I
go.
only got one man in the LB universe and a couple of side niggas. Let me tell you what Young Lord would have did. He would have got the chopper and he would have shot all them niggas. And I
Listen,
promise
He
you
would have
that. So
shot
he
him
didn't do
later.
enough, in
Who
my
don't
opinion.
love a killer? Who don't love a killer? Girl, go to
Period.
hell.
You try to
Let's
Go to
kidnap
hell.
me, and I'm gonna be mad because you shoot the dude who tried to kidnap me. Oh please,
right.
cut his
Exactly.
neck off,
Listen.
please.
And here's
He
something I
was finna
disagree
kill him
with y'all.
in front of
I
300
totally
witnesses.
disagree with y'all feeling like he should have basically told her about his plans to take over. He generalized it, but his business was not with Witherspoon. The fact that Witherspoon was choosing to give up his business, first off, he wanted Shy to take it over. She was no longer interested in doing that, so she wanted it gone anyway, right? But Jazz may have encouraged her to step out on her dream. He was not trying to talk her into giving the business to anybody, but
And she
more or
knows
less,
he wasn't.
But the thing was, you told her that because you knew what was coming. Like
your
he
daddy,
knew, like
your daddy
But he
can take
didn't
over his
plant the
own damn
idea in
business. I
her
don't care that
head.
he's getting ready to retire, or he can
he
appoint somebody
knew.
else to run the
Yeah,
business and
So
still
he's
maintain his
he knew
wrong.
own.
what was coming, and it's like y'all knowing from his. But if you're on the outside looking in, and this dude done encouraged you to switch careers and
But
leave
that's
your
what you
daddy this
choosing.
business.
You choosing. He
Let
wants
me
to
let me
blame
finish.
somebody for
If
her
if
mistake.
you're if
He wants to
you're
blame Jazz,
if
and
you're
that's
with a dude, you're with a dude, and he encouraged you to go in a different path, and you find out the path you're going away from is the path he's trying to literally take from you, like
Maisha,
at the end of the day, it's not gonna.
she was
But
already
she
going on
didn't
that
At the
want
end of
to
the
path.
do
day, it's
it.
gonna look fishy.
It does look
Maisha,
fishy,
It's
I
gonna
get it,
look
but she know he didn't
fishy.
do that.
but she was already going on that path.
You
All
don't.
he,
It doesn't matter.
it
It's going
does.
to look fishy when. If I
Why
tell
doesn't
you,
that matter?
what do you mean? It's
Maisha,
going to
you
look
always
fishy.
say for
Even
women.
no,
She
no,
doesn't
no,
say,
no.
Hold
Even
on.
she
she
said.
overreact all the time.
Even she said, I don't believe you did this on purpose because you rejected me every step of the way. But
that's right.
to the
Right.
outside looking in, it does look fishy. When you sit back and think about it, you're like, this nigga
But
really
Yeah,
hold
tried me. Like,
on,
if you trying to stick
wait.
something on somebody because you got your own flaws and you don't want to own your own shit. But I'm gonna say this.
Ayana, hold
Listen,
on.
I
I
don't think
gotta
she
say
didn't
this
want to own.
first
She didn't
before
want to
Maisha
run it
just
by
realized what
herself.
she did.
what? Wait, what?
Maisha, you literally just said that she said that because I have that passage highlighted too. So if she said that, then she knows that he didn't do it on purpose. So that
Exactly.
whole big blow up at the end was bullshit
That
because
was
she
when
knew
she
he
was
didn't do that.
pregnant. That's pregnancy
Oh,
hormones.
so now
I'm
she's
with her.
hormonal, huh?
I'm
Hold
with
She's
her.
on, Ma. No,
hormonal.
for real, Ma.
She's
Why we
I'm
always
with
hormonal.
her.
making excuses for that shit?
Oh, the
I do give
pregnancy
her pregnant or
hormones.
hormones, but
You know how many
why you
times
always
I
making
broke up with my
excuses?
baby daddy when I was on the way to the hospital?
Like when you gonna have shit, she takes
Girl,
some
I told
responsibility
Jesus,
for her
let me tell
actions.
you, I
She not.
told Jesus I would never have sex again while I was pregnant,
Girl,
and I was lying. But it
girl,
sounded right when I said it. I'm telling you, when you
girl. It's like everything with she it doesn't matter. Oh, but you don't understand. And but when it comes to Jazz, it's like, no, he did this. He knew he did. It's like, come on, like they're the same person. They're two insecure, non-communicating individuals, and they both
Mhm.
messed up. They
so
both
so
fucked up the relationship.
so did y'all notice that in early in the book when the book first started, she acknowledged how she went about that wrong. Her, book one, how she went about book wrong. She was like, I paid for things like food every chance I got. Even when he was on a date with another woman and I offered to pay for things, he was insistent I shouldn't. I'm pretty sure he's been laughing at my arrogance since I left his place on Sunday morning. She acknowledged it. Like, this is somebody who is thriving, who is changing. Look at when, no, no,
And in
no.
that
Look
same
at when,
passage, she
He
goes
This
can't
and
girl's
even
so
say
when
that shit with
dramatic.
a
he
straight
he
face.
was
So
he
yo,
was
dramatic.
He can't
sleepwalking,
even say that shit
saying
with a
his
straight face.
he was no, he was saying his inmate number, whatever. She ain't gonna tell nobody, girl. He I don't know. She kept that between them. She didn't make it awkward. She never brought it back up to it. She didn't go out of her way to humiliate. She was literally evolving right in front of our eyes.
And
Things that he was going through.
And he wasn't. He wasn't. You're crazy out your goddamn
Like,
mind.
like
You are crazy
literally
out
in
your
that set.
mind.
After that, she goes on to totally fuck all of that up, what she said to the therapist, because then the therapist had to come back at her with a passage I highlighted, because she went back on to he's using her and this and this and that right after she said all that. So she learned nothing. She acknowledged she learned something and then completely ruined it. So fuck all of that. Okay, because that's what she does. She takes two steps forward.
She said they view her as naive.
Who is this?
That's Ashley May.
At all, Maisha. Thank
at
you.
all. She is not. She's
and
being,
Sean says, "Say less, Maisha."
I just don't understand how she is a
being
grown
very
up.
fair.
You are not. She is a grown woman. I'm a grown woman. So as a grown
so
woman, I've already said what Jazz did wrong. I'm talking about
Everything.
she now. We're not going to talk about Jazz right now. We're talking about she, your favorite character. She is a grown individual. I am not making her a victim where she is not. She knew what she was doing. She knew what Jazz was doing to her that she didn't like, because she said it when it was in that coffee shop. And she chose to still continue it because she thought it was funny and cute and it was a game.
She didn't think it was a
Yes,
game.
it was. If I want to know a man's name, Maisha, I'm going to get the man's name.
I hope this girl
him.
majoring in theatrics
From him.
in college.
From him. I'm going to get the man's name from him. He is not getting no more of my kitty if he cannot tell me his name. That's disrespectful. And as a woman, I can say to myself, I have a hard limit, and that's my hard limit. But that wasn't she's hard limit. Rape was, because that's what she said. Her hard limit was not knowing his name. She was just mad because, like you said, it was pregnancy hormones. But not knowing his name was never a hard limit for her to stop what they had going on.
I think it's crazy because when he said his name, how she flipped. What if, because she's heard that name before. And it's just like that name thing really came up like
yo, I swear
she
to God.
That
name thing really came. Because when the dad said, "Is that what you're going by now?" That is, you know what?
Maisha, what's your next point? Come on.
Okay.
Pull up your little computer. Come on.
So this is what he said. He said,
so we can knock this down too.
Ashira and her crew taught my family and me how to have fun in a damn bouncy house in the middle of the ocean. And it was fun. Sliding down from 20 feet in the air into the water carried a thrill I never felt. Okay. This is my thing with her paying for the excursions. I don't think it was the pay just to get their attention. When somebody has been out of town a lot, like her, and I remember reading even when she went outside with her girl, she took care of their activities, what they're going to do. Like, she's just like that. She's the excursion planner. I don't think it was nothing to showcase on his family. That's just what she does. She wanted them to have a good time. She wanted them to see what a good time was on an island, not in, Jersey or whatever, Harlem, all them places. And when people were saying I don't think she bought that to show him off or to buy something. She wanted them to have a good time. It's his birthday. It's his family. She wants them to see, have a good time outside of their usual family gatherings at the house, because they have a lot of kickbacks,
I didn't have a problem with her paying for the excursion.
I didn't either.
Next question. Okay. Let's go.
Okay. So then, Jonathan, that's my homeboy. I swear, if Jonathan had a sister, it'd be me. But,
you probably one of his old ladies, but go ahead.
Jonathan came through with the save, because Jazz was, you're watering, you're into water, you don't drink, you're not relaxing.
Wait,
Maisha,
for real? Wait, Maisha, pause. For real,
off parole.
Wait, for real, though? I did hit LB up, was like, look, if Jazz drink one more goddamn glass of water,
I'm sorry, it's water.
Can you get me a Pepsi, a cranberry juice, some Kool-Aid? Can you get me some beside the
brother like that.
He
He was in
can't
a
have a
total
car.
cleanse. He was in a total cleanse. He was not feeling all of that foolishness with all the dyes. This man was trying to make
My
Look,
baby was
his was
trying to
clear
get
as
First Lady
through.
listen.
Carmichael beat
His
me. Go
piss
on,
was
quit.
clear. Do you understand me? You don't gotta test him. When he pee, you already know that piss clear.
I like a Pepsi, peach soda, Kool-Aid, something.
Yeah,
If he drink one more sip of water, I swear to
I was sick
Y'all,
of it.
he
I
was
was
trying
sick
to
of the water.
be clean. Nah, y'all wasn't feeling that. No, that whole scene with
I
the
get it, but I was just
edible
over
was
like this.
hilarious. That was one of my favorite scenes, y'all. That edible thing, like, and them being able to be open with each other because when they're, not when they are sober, they seem to find that difficult. I really enjoyed those moments together with them. But yeah, the water thing was getting a little bit like something, like a little bit of wine, just something. He wasn't trying to hear it.
I don't care if he didn't do alcohol. Can he have a Pepsi? Like, or a
I
Coke?
don't agree with that person. Whoever just said that, I don't agree.
T.
Next.
Jones.
Yeah, I don't agree
Whatever.
with
She
you.
hit the nail on the head.
No, she didn't. She missed the nail. He
I'm
hit a
gonna I'm
finger.
gonna read it out loud. Paying for
She
things
hit
is
her
what
finger.
she does, but when someone tries to get her to not do it, i.e., Jazz, she saw it as a rejection. Yes,
Jazz don't
ma'am.
know what to
That's
do
what
when
I'm
he
being
leave
said. That's
Jersey.
what I've been
That's the
saying.
problem. That's why I read that passage.
Ugh.
Jazz did not know what to do once he left ground. Once he left the state, he's never been. He
Listen,
said Shira
listen.
and her crew showed me and my
It
family how
doesn't
to have
have
fun.
Maisha,
Do
nobody's
y'all
saying he
listening?
did. I
Also,
think what
he
she
was
did was
on
dope.
edge. He was
He
on
was
edge
on
the
edge
entire time he was out there because, like he
because
said, some of those people had never
He enjoyed
traveled. He
everything.
never traveled with his family. He felt like he couldn't let loose. And I feel like if it had just been him and her, that would have been a totally different vacation.
yeah.
And
He
like
said
he told
that.
him last time, he told him next time, leave them home.
Right.
He said that. At some point he said this would have been great. I would have been happy if it had just been me and her.
And
But
Right.
the
I
thing
that's
is,
what
like,
my
but that's
issue
why
was.
he wanted
That
to
was my
he
issue
wanted
from
to
the
go out of
beginning.
town for
If
her.
any
He wanted to
if
travel with
my
her.
thing from the beginning was if you once you learned that it was his birthday, even though she felt some kind of way because she didn't find out until whenever, I felt like that would have been a perfect opportunity to say, well, maybe we could talk about it after. That it just showed her immaturity when she just shouted out, let's take a trip. Again, get to know him. Why you gotta try to be all up in his business with his family and all this and all that? Trying to make stake
Wait, so
basically
wait a minute,
mark
Ayana.
your
She didn't
territory.
say.
That's what she was really trying to do. Mark
She
her
Yeah,
didn't
territory.
say.
but
Wait a minute, Ayana. She
Cause
didn't
guess what
say.
else she tried to do? She made sure all that got on Instagram, huh?
But wait, she didn't say let's take a trip. She lied and said the
The
construction people
Huh?
co-workers.
was
Mhm.
co-workers
Yeah,
was
it
putting
was a lie, wasn't
together
it, Maya?
a
Miss
trip for
Sandra?
him. She lied.
lied.
Did you
Did she
have that
lie,
That
high
Maisha?
wasn't
energy,
a
Maisha?
lie.
It what
It
That
was
was
it,
wasn't
a
a
Maisha?
lie.
lie.
High?
It was a lie. It was not true. Hence, it
It
was a
was a
lie.
fable. It was a
Come on,
fable.
ma.
It
So
was
it's
a
okay when
fable.
she lies. No, and this is why I keep telling you she uses money. Maybe it's her love language, but she uses her money. I'm not saying maliciously, but she uses her money as a kind of crutch, a one up. Like, I'm gonna take care of everything. We all hear stories about that all the
No,
time
she
about
ain't
the
never
one
say that.
friend.
She gonna take care of everything. She ain't say that shit.
She literally did say, I'll
Yes, she
take care of your
did.
Yes, she
family. She
did.
literally said that in
She
the
not
book.
Yes, she
it,
was
the
volunteering,
help,
and he
cause
said
he
the
kept saying
first thing he
I couldn't
said
do
is, "I don't need
he
you
wanted
She
to
to
help.
said
do
that I would have
nothing."
paid for them. She said that in the book, ma.
That was after he brung it up. That was she didn't
Oh
just
my
say, y'all,
god.
let's go on a trip and I'll
Oh
pay
my
for it.
god.
No.
But if
When
he
he said
told
they
He
her,
didn't
was
have it,
pointing out
that's
that
when he
she
Maisha,
was
was
like, okay,
stop
so
I'll
it.
help.
heartworks to
Maisha,
Stop
even
it,
take
Maisha.
so
time off from work.
Her
so
heart
when
is
he's right, when he
pure.
was
That
breaking
let
it
me tell
down,
you, that
when
is
he
she
wait,
is Mother Teresa
listen,
has nothing on Shishi, okay?
my girl. Okay, good night, y'all, because I can't.
Maisha, stop it because you know it's the truth. If Jazz had said, "Look, my family can't afford it," and they really wanted to go, she would have did it. And she's sort of like Kenny in that instance. Like, and you know how much I love me some Kennedy, but
They're
she's sort of
naive.
like Kenny exactly in that instance. Kenny doesn't think she, like in the beginning, like book 2, Kenny didn't think she was wrong with what she was doing when it came to the kids because she did really grow to love them. But in a small part of her too, she was doing it to get to Isaac. So that's what she was doing when it came to that trip. She
What
would
you
have
mad
paid for
about,
the
Mom?
whole thing. She would have paid for the whole thing if it meant her getting closer to Jazz. That's who she is as a person. And that's why I said she uses her money as a means of a sort of control. That is what I'm talking about.
Money she earned, not that she had to kill somebody to get it, but I
Who
get
gives
it.
a shit? How about Asmir? How many people did he have to
Jesus.
get rid of?
Mm. You know,
Well,
Okay,
you
and
she
if it
know,
should
wasn't for
she didn't
Asmir, we
care about
wouldn't be
Asmir
here.
and Raina, so
she didn't care. She didn't get mad because he paid for a villa. She got mad because he didn't tell her what his plans were. If he would have called and said, "Yo, I'm paying for a villa. We're not gonna stay at a resort," like
and
he was
then
Okay,
and
So
so
pissed.
wait,
let's talk
He didn't
about
know.
that.
He didn't know nothing.
Why?
She didn't know nothing. If you're going out of town and all us meeting up, I'd be damned if we get to Indy Love and I done told y'all let's go to Indy Love and y'all get done. No waiting on y'all. No waiting on y'all. No texting y'all. And y'all not responding to my text or answering. Oh, when I see y'all, I'm gonna cut the up because I'll be like, we agreed to meet here. Y'all wasn't even much gonna return my text or my calls. Let
I
me get
wasn't
to the
mad at
bowling
him.
alley. No, no,
I
no.
was.
Let me get to the bowling alley or get to New Orleans and y'all at the bowling alley. And I don't know what bowling alley because y'all ain't answering my text or calls. And
I
it's
so
wasn't
around the
mad
then
at her
corner.
for being
Look,
mad
wait,
at him
mine.
about
The
that.
bowling alley is around the corner from the hotel, okay?
that's right. You see how you telling me? You see how you telling me? He really just walked up on her like when they about to get excursion, and that's what the girl said. He's not answering my text, and he's not answering, and he said he wasn't. When
but
when
wait,
he talked
check
about it, he
this
said
out.
He
I
said
did
he was
answer her text.
mine.
He was
He said he was
ignoring
trying to
her.
get the family together, get all of them on the plane, make
Right,
sure their
right.
stuff was
Nah,
right.
he was trying to talk to
But
them to say,
Maisha,
don't let
let's
nothing
take
slip
a step
out.
No,
back.
he
Don't
had
let
Y'all
a
nothing
think
slip
business.
out.
let's
He
take
had
a
business.
step
He
back
had to
about
take.
that trip.
Oh,
If y'all
okay.
remember
This
correctly,
man called
the trip
everybody
was
but Jesus.
originally being
My bad,
arranged.
he did
That
call
was
Jesus because he called Ezra. He called
Maisha.
Ezra. He called
First of all,
Asmir.
keep
He
Ezra
called
out of
Sadiq.
this.
He
Keep
called.
Ezra out of this.
He did call
We don't want
Ezra.
to be in
He
this.
called Ezra. He called
Keep it.
Ezra.
Hold
This
Keep
on,
Bay
man
but
out
this
of
is
called.
this.
my thing,
Keep him
Maisha.
out of
I'm
this.
not mad at her for being mad at him for not answering the call. But what I am kind of trying to understand is like, and it was very hard for me to. I know people are different, but she is a Virgo like me. I want to know something I'm going to ask. So I'm just sitting there like, where was the conversation between them before they left? Like,
Exactly.
where
He
I
wasn't
didn't
answering her
finish.
calls.
Hold on. I'm talking about before they left, before there was a plane involved. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about the day before or the 2 days before. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Jazz, I'm going on such and such plane. What plane are you going on? Because I need to know so that I can make sure everything is good. And if he doesn't answer me that, then it's like, oh, you don't want to answer me? Well, however you get
They
there,
did
when you get
talk.
there.
She told him from what I read. She told him she was leaving Thursday, and I think he wasn't leaving until Friday, right? Because she got there the day before him. So they did go over plans about when they were going to arrive. He never kept up with that. That's
But
what he
Was
no, what I'm
said.
saying is
was
the
the
day before
plans
they got
not
on a
being made
plane.
with his cousin? Was it not his cousin and Shy that were communicating the plans for this trip and everything that was going to actually take place? So
See, what happened was
why not communicate effectively and
it
ask the
wasn't,
questions
it
that you
wasn't a
want and stop
cousin.
playing games? All she had
How's
to do
that
was
playing
say, "Hey,
games?
where are y'all staying? What are you doing? Here are the plans. This is what we're
She
doing."
gave, she did. She gave him the plans, and that's the thing. He was supposed to stay at the resort. He and Ezra talked later on, and Ezra was the one told him
Didn't I
about
tell you
that villa.
this?
Yeah, I'm
Hold
So
telling
on.
you.
okay, all
So
No.
right. So
so
let's
she
listen.
gave you her
Listen.
friend, and you went and called Ezra. Like Ezra know Jesus, but Jesus, you using him for real estate too now? Golly, tell me something.
So
You're going to
so
hell.
let's talk about this statement that's up here. Okay. She was
Yeah.
mad about the villa. She was mad about the private plane.
She was mad because she didn't know about it. She wasn't mad that he stayed there.
Okay,
She was mad that
all
she didn't
right,
know.
let me
He should have told her.
press your mute for a second.
Oh, you want me to do it for her?
She did it. She was mad, but this is the reason why he had to go through all of that. You jump up in a room full of his family. Y'all know how black folks do. Let's go on a trip. Everybody going. Everybody going. You in a room with 50 people, 60 of them going on the trip. Okay? But when it comes time to pay that money, you got 2 people that paid their money. So he had to coordinate for all of those people, for all of his family and his friends. And once he broke that down to her, she was fine. You can press your take your mute off now. What you gotta say?
He could have said that beforehand.
She
Okay.
didn't give him a chance to, Maisha. Like, let's be
He
real.
wouldn't
That's
answer the
what you said in the book. No,
phone.
no, no, no,
So
no,
let's
no. That's not
let's
what happened. I have
wait,
it
wait,
because I
Kima,
had to
wait,
look
wait,
for it.
Kima, wait a
Uh-huh.
minute. Let's just be real from the jump street. When she threw it out there in front of his whole family, she did not discuss it with him first. She threw it out there and put him on the spot, put the family on the spot. Like Allegra just said, now everybody want to go. Everybody at first, everybody was going. Then when it came down to the money, it was who could afford to go. He said it. My family, they scrambling around trying to get time off from work and get the money together. And he had to call in a favor. Any favor he asked of
Double eBay.
of Big Dog Ellis is pretty much gonna be granted because of the situation and the circumstances of how he helped Mr. Ellis to stay out of jail. Let's just keep that real.
Thug.
Oh my god.
Maisha,
I'm sorry. Did I say that now? Oh
Can
my
I
God.
say
Did I
y'all
say that
how
now?
much I like Auntie Rose? I love her Auntie.
Oh
I
yeah, I
love
liked
The seer.
Auntie Rose too. Her
I
mother
did.
could go jump off a cliff. So.
I
I love
wasn't. I
how
wasn't. I
Jazz
wasn't done
I
with
love how
the
Jazz
trip.
was so supportive of her when they showed up at by the mom, knowing he didn't judge her. He was right there by her side, making sure he was there, to have her back. Gave her her moment, and she even compared him basically and gave him a little praise right then and there. Right? She gave the praise because she was like, nobody else, Austin, nobody, even her daddy, her ragged ass daddy didn't even care about her as much as this man did care for her and protected her. Like literally, that Red Island thing, right? He didn't hesitate. He did not hesitate. This first off, you can say whatever you like, but what you can't say is that this man doesn't love her because he genuinely loves her, cares about her, he has her back. Yes, and guess what? You can shake your head all you want, but
I'm
I'm
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with. That's my nod. That you know.
exactly. So know that he ain't he is not malicious or cruel or anything. You can describe it as you want, but what he was trying to do is be careful. He fell in love with her as well, right? And with that being said, he wanted to make sure he didn't lose her. If she knew without there being an explanation, he needed to make sure he took his time. Not that he was trying to develop feelings, because he knew the history, he was trying to keep her at arm's length and just stay away from her. But
I mean,
she
that's
was
book one
attractive.
though. But in book
She was
two, he was
attractive.
all in. He was all in. Let's be
He
and she
real. He
was.
was
said
too, man.
he was all in. I'm not saying she wasn't. We talk. She's. I'm talking about he was all in at that point. My problem with him is that okay, you're mad that, and this is my thing. We talking about the pregnancy. I do think he moved forward, with plans in his head. Granted, she went along with it, but he knew this is not what she wanted. He made plans in his head. He put her on his list, and that was it. And that's my thing with Jazz. Jazz planned her life for her. And y'all can say she grown or whatever, but he has this list, and he said it. When I put you on my list, I'm going to do everything to attain it. And she became a list person. I have to get her. And it became, even if I have to get her pregnant before, and he said it when they was out of town, when he showed her the ring, he say, I know you're not going to agree to marry me. He knew it. But he flashed that ring every goddamn chance he get, knowing she was not going to marry him. Like that,
How
Jazz
did
is to
she
me.
plan?
Okay.
How did he plan her life? How did he plan her life for her?
Yeah.
He did. He put
How?
her on that
How?
list. He
That
he
wasn't
put her on
planning her
that
life.
list. He wanted kids. He wanted marriage, and then to make
Okay,
sure That
But
shouldn't
wait a
have been
Apparently,
minute,
on
she
the.
wanted kids too
wait,
because
Ma,
guess
because
what?
you're
At
saying the
any
To make
list.
time,
sure,
at
to make
any time,
sure that
she could have demanded
you're not
that he put a
listening
rubber
to me.
on,
Not Jesus,
or
not
But
he
wait a
Jesus
could have
minute, I'm
nephew.
demanded.
confused
Jesus
on
nephew.
I'm confused on you saying he put her on the list, but his list was in order. In his order, get married, then have children. So how did he?
Not when it came to her. You're not okay. I'm not saying get married, have kids. He put a Shira, that person, on his list, and then to make it stand like you're gonna be the only person. I'm gonna be the only person allowed to have you. If you even think about sleeping with another man, I'm gonna kill him. Don't act like I can't revert to that Jazz you don't know that I tried to keep you away from. Jazz was plotting on Ashira and he let her know, I'm gonna be the only man. You can never
So
move
how's
on.
he
I'm gonna
plotting
kill him.
on her if he told her? You can't plot and
But let
tell
me
at the
ask
He
same
you a
told her
time.
that
question.
after she was pregnant,
Let me
right?
ask you a
No,
question.
Yes,
he
he
told her that
did. He
before.
told her
No,
that
no, no, no. He told her that before. He kept,
he
when they was having
told her.
sex before she got, hold on, when before she got pregnant. When they was having sex, it was after the period sex or something like that. Like a little shortly after that, he told her nobody else is getting this. He said that to her after
Oh,
that.
that wasn't a threat. That was just like,
Oh no,
okay, I
it
feel
was a
like, oh, that
promise. It
nigga just
wasn't a
playing.
threat. It was a
That nigga
promise.
just
He
playing.
said,
But
"This
when
is
he told
mine."
her at her dad at the dad house after she told the family, that was legit. Like that was him being, listen, I
It
don't care.
didn't come
Nobody
out
else
of
can have
nowhere.
you.
He been told her that. Though you can't just say it wasn't legit then if he's saying the same exact thing two chapters later. He told her that. He said this is mine. He said that to her. So she knew
How many
because in
times
her
a nigga
head,
done told you that's
her
yours
that
and you still move on after
listen,
him?
I'm married to the man who tells
So
me
guess
that.
what?
But that doesn't mean
That's what
anything
that's the
to
point
me
I'm
if
coming
I
to.
don't want to do it.
You said
Oh
that
yeah,
he told her
wait.
that.
Jazz did have a thing for she from the very beginning since they met when he said it.
Yeah, we do that.
No, I'm talking about the comment. I'm sorry, I went to read the comment.
Oh.
No,
Girl,
he
let
said
my
that.
sister speak. What you said?
You
Oh, let
said
go
you
because Maisha be
said
gone.
that he told her that nobody else could have it.
Mm-hmm.
Why she
Textbook
listen?
narcissist.
Why did she listen?
Exactly. See, LaShawn, he put her on the list. He didn't put marriage, then kids, then he put her on
So
the
She
if
she
list.
I got
listened.
put on
She
a list,
listened
I
to him
gotta do
because
it.
she was on the list.
What?
She
Are y'all
listened to him because she was
serious?
on the list.
Oh,
Y'all
no.
making this
Oh, you
person
missed it.
a child and not
No.
an
You missed
adult,
it.
bro.
You missed.
Like
No, I'm sorry. You missed the comment. That was responding to the comment.
I
The
saw the
comment she put
comment,
before
and
that.
I'm saying this again. Y'all are making it seem like this woman has no way to not do what Jazz wants her to do.
Don't say
Because
No,
y'all. I
her
said
any way he could
Maisha is
have her.
who
making.
was
Yes, ma'am.
that?
No, I'm talking
LaShawn,
about
I love
I'm
you.
she's
just
saying
okay.
her.
I'm merely just showing Lashana's because I don't agree with what she's saying either.
LaShawn,
She on the
I
bandwagon
agree.
with Maisha,
Please,
but I
she's
didn't
That's
want
a
nobody to
not
grown
a
say I
bad.
wasn't
woman.
showing.
She is
That's
a
I
not a
grown
know
bandwagon.
woman.
where Adrian. I didn't mess with her bandwidth, Adrian. I don't want nobody to say I was messing with her bandwidth. She
I
just didn't
haven't
say.
seen AG. She
AG hasn't been
Yeah,
in here tonight.
I
exactly.
want to, and I think this is my main problem with y'all, that y'all have me defending things that I don't want to be defending because y'all are making it seem like she's some little girl and not the adult that she wants. She moves in a whole different circle than Jazz outside of the contract. If she wants to be with somebody else, she can. And I could tell him, like, all right, do what you got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do too. She wants Jazz. She wants Jazz to be open with her and tell her things and do things that she wants him to do on her time. So she bided her time with him and took his leadership or whatever the case may be. But please believe I'm not knocking Shishi. If Shishi don't want to fuck with Jazz, Shishi's not gonna fuck with Jazz. Period. And I will give her that. But she wants to, and that is the thing. She is not a victim. She's not a little girl. She's a
She
grown ass
definitely is a
woman.
victim.
She ain't no
She
victim.
didn't know she was on the
I
list.
need to
She's
pause for a
definitely a
second
victim.
because this little person right here, I don't even know. You can't really trust what Devin be saying because she don't. Sometimes she read a book and she don't read a book. She be on some other level.
Don't
So
do
she
it
like
like
my
that.
right here where it talk about My nigga plotted while he was in jail on this place.
Jesus'
He
nephew.
might have,
That's supposed to be
Girl,
Jesus'
please.
nephew.
but
Devin, go
even
find
if
another
he
book to read.
did,
Bye, Devin. Bye.
even if he did plot, even if he did all of this stuff, she was a willing participant. Like, stop trying to make her seem like she wasn't willing. She loved every minute of it. Every minute of getting down in the dark side of, the other side of Jersey or other side of Harlem or wherever they was. She enjoyed all of
Brooklyn.
that. If she didn't enjoy all of that, she wouldn't do it. Just like, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Just like how when Ashton, is his name Ashton? No, Ashton's my book. Austin, whatever. The non-factor, when his mama tried to come at her and she told his mama where to go and what she was not going to do, that's Shishi. Shishi would not do something she does not want to do. When she
Say
told
it again.
Brielle, when Austin's
I
mom tried to
like
talk to her on the phone,
Brielle.
girl,
I
bye.
like
And
Brielle.
that's
What?
where
I think
we are done.
I
So you
that
you like
listen.
Brielle and
I
Terrell
do.
going to visit other her
I
exes?
think Terrell was a little, rude or whatever.
Well,
But
he's
even
always
even
rude.
she said her energy is so positive. Like literally, like I
What?
can't even get mad at her. Her energy is so fulfilled. I think that
Oh my
I
god.
think
I'm sorry,
that
wait,
Brielle
what?
may
No
be
Devin?
the
hope for
most
you.
Brielle may be the most misunderstood person in the LV universe that has not had a book yet.
Girl, stop.
Yes, I'm looking
And listen,
forward to
and
Brielle's
listen.
book. I
I'm
like
about to
her.
kill. I'm about to kill your whole entire bad bitch theory right now because Brielle was supposed to be the baddest bitch, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Why that bitch ain't bad enough that she could go talk to a woman one on one? She always got to bring her little fucking scallywag Terrell with her.
I don't know. We'll find out when we read her book.
We
Why
will
she
Who said
does
she
definitely.
was
that?
getting a
Let
book?
me tell you something. I like
Ain't
how
gonna
she
damn
handled that
book.
situation,
I
but
love
Brielle should have
Brielle.
got punched in her face. It's
Dead in
no
her
way you
nose.
coming like,
Twice, twice.
girl,
She should
you
have
in
got punched
my
in the face
office.
twice.
Please, like, Brielle.
I mean, to
I
be
need
fair,
Cece and
Oh,
Jade to
tried
get
why
to
together
Miss
and
she
stop
J?
her
she
ass, is
tried to
what I
call
need.
her. Yeah, but Brielle tried to call her and go to her house, and she said
Why is
security
she
wouldn't let
doing
her
that?
up
You cheated with
because
my man.
see, the
Go
thing is, she
away.
didn't know. Brielle didn't
She
know.
knew.
Brielle is
She
an
knew.
innocent bystander. You know what?
Oh my
That's another
god.
story. Brielle was an innocent bystander
Brielle
in this.
is a
She is
bird.
adamant that she did not know that
Brielle is
he
a
had a
bird.
girlfriend. I
Period.
believe Brielle. She believes
Where's
Brielle.
the mute
That's
button? Where's the buzzer? Cause like we're not doing that.
Anyways, like I was
I
saying,
believe
y'all,
Brielle.
Brielle should have got punched in her face, and Tyrell should have got
We do not
dragged
resort to
outside.
violence.
No, we do. When
No,
a bird is
that's
playing in my
Jazz.
I like this.
face,
She's
Monica
not a
said
bird.
Royale didn't want that mess to hit the bylaw. I'm at the blogs.
Exactly. She was
And,
covering her ass, but
and
I don't think
listen,
she was
I
malicious
can
with it.
agree with that one because here's the real. She knew
oh my
she
god,
would have lost
She
some
has a
fans behind that
yeah,
behind her being a home wrecker for
yeah.
those trifling ass.
Cause like they said, she and
Mm.
Austin were like the sweethearts, and she
but
just
she
didn't
didn't
know.
know though.
She didn't know. She
They
it
said
said
Yeah,
her
Hey,
what
what's
she
your
initials
said.
what's
on
We
your
it.
don't.
next?
She said we
why
don't
we ain't
hang. We
talking
don't
about
have the
Ava?
same.
I think Ava gonna be the problem for
Girl,
What
because
does
Ava
A?
kind of
Why
sweet
y'all
on
keep doing
Jazz.
that? What did Ava do to y'all? Honestly, I've been meaning
Listen,
to
no,
She
ask
didn't
y'all.
do
What
so
did
she
she
nothing.
do?
isn't. She
I
she
breathes.
hasn't.
believe
She
that
should not be
I believe that
breathing in his
She
presence.
should
Get
not
her
be
shit
breathing, but
together.
Brielle is
Shy's going to
innocent.
get her shit together because Ava's gonna be the one that she's going to believe. Now, Jazz ain't
And
interested in
guess
Ava.
what? And Ava ain't even doing
However,
nothing.
after you done hit
Ava
the
didn't
goddamn
do
strawberry saying
anything.
that it's the
Yet
greatest dick in the
Ava, listen.
world,
But Ava
Ava
ain't even doing
plotting.
nothing but doing her job. She just
I
waiting in the
know.
wings.
And even Love
Uh-uh.
told y'all to leave Ava
Let me
alone.
tell
She
y'all what
didn't do
Ava did
nothing.
wrong. Let me
What
tell
she
y'all what Ava
do?
did wrong. Ava had the nerve to be at that baby shower, standing next to Jazz, looking like they was a couple, and talking to Sadiq and Balan. Ava is getting fired in book 3. Write it down. Allegra told y'all here.
I don't think Ava did anything wrong. Like this
She had
Really?
no business.
Oh,
She had
but
no
she
business standing next to Jazz like that.
she
She
should
should
have
have
You
been
mean
been
standing
there.
according
next to
to
Balan.
Shishi, right?
Yes.
Right. And
because that's the
Yes.
Shishi's
only
mind,
way. That's the
she
only
had
reason
no
she
business
gave
standing
him
next to
some.
him.
They
And
was
Shishi's
looking
mind,
like a couple.
Let me
They was
tell you,
looking like a couple.
please believe that is the only reason she gave up the kitty that night because Ava was standing next to dude. I
Mhm.
promise you. I promise
She
you.
getting fired in book
Because
3
she's
though. I'm
jealous
telling
and
you.
insecure.
Can we talk about how great Shishi is?
Shishi's
No.
peace of
This nut,
mind.
this nut
Ava's
Devin.
get yup.
Can y'all
There you
see
go.
Devin?
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your
Can,
job.
can we
Yes.
talk about how great Shishi is?
No,
Like when it
because
came to
that's a
Jazz.
lie.
Girl, what's next on your
Okay,
PowerPoint?
so
Come
okay,
on.
let's talk about it. The sleepwalking, and she
Okay.
found a way to bring him out of that. She accepted that.
By sucking his
You know,
dick? I mean,
hey, it helped. We ain't trying to be. It helped. Okay, she was just trying to help him. Okay. Uh, what else did she do? Just so much.
can you talk about the bad things she did? Can you bring those up?
Yeah, be
She don't
fair.
have
What
any.
she did?
Be fair. The
She
bad
don't.
things she did.
I don't. We have to.
What? In the very beginning of the book, when she got mad because he had money and she put the whole bill, sent the whole bill to him. That
Oh,
was
that's
that
I.
was
I
petty.
loved it.
I
I
loved
ain't
I
gonna
it.
did.
lie.
I loved
I
I
ain't
that.
gonna
loved
lie.
it.
I,
That
I
I'm
was
was
a
like,
sorry.
boss
I love
move.
that. I don't
that's
think
a
she was
boss
That
wrong.
was
bitch
a
move
boss
right
move.
there. That was a boss move. It was still
I love
petty,
that.
but I'm just
I
saying.
like what she said about her purse too. She said, "Oh, the letters that was in the purse I had
Yeah,
yesterday.
my other purse.
This a bad bitch move."
And then when he wrote that letter, I say this nigga really still in jail. That's the problem. He don't realize he free yet. Let us be free.
Listen, that was a very humble moment for that man. And guess what? That letter got her ass all the way together. Okay? Because what happened after that letter?
What happened, Ma?
She trying to act like her screen
No,
frozen, honey.
okay, no. Oh no. After the letter, she understood him more. She gave him a chance. Cause remember, she didn't want nothing to do with his ass.
She did want something to do with
She
him.
No, she was not. She was out of there. She wouldn't. He couldn't get in touch with her, and it's like he had to come to her place of employment.
Hmm.
She was really ignoring him.
Yeah,
And
but
what happened when he got there?
Relax.
What was he ready to do when he got there?
Where?
When he looked at Brielle and Terrell and he looked at her, looked her
He
up
say we
and
got a
down
problem.
to make sure she was all right. And he
Mm-hmm.
asked her, "Are you straight? Are you okay?" Because he was ready to set it off up and down. Protection, baby.
I think we read two
Protection.
different books about two different Ashiras because I don't know what book you read, Ma. I
I
really
think
I
don't.
just told
she
you how
got
good she is.
love's
She makes
side
Mother
notes or
Teresa
something.
looks like a sinner. Okay,
I don't know
that
you
girl
being
has a great
sarcastic because
heart.
you out your
You can't
Great
even
goddamn
remember
heart.
mind.
scripture. What are you talking about?
She has a
You
great
can't even
heart.
remember scripture.
Huh?
She
People,
cannot remember scripture. She don't know her
Yeah, but
words.
I figured you don't really need Jesus to be a good person. You can be a good person and still follow Jesus, but having Jesus don't mean you're automatically a good person.
I mean,
Like
being a good
Jesus'
person is
nephew,
No,
relative.
his
you
own
know what?
nephew
Let me
is a
move. I don't want
murderer.
lightning
He's
to
a
strike. I
thug.
don't.
It's her whole
No,
listen, her
I'm just
whole
telling the truth.
computer shit
He's
about
a
her screen is
murderer.
about to go black. She about to
He's a
get
Ma, if you
murderer.
don't
frustrated.
stop
He's a
calling him that,
thug.
I swear to God.
And
What?
look how close he is to Jesus. Look how he be sending people scriptures, but
He's a
then he's
thug for the
saying
I don't
Lord.
know.
if you
He's
Sean
a
wrote a
thug for
whole
the Lord.
dissertation, Allegra, a whole
Let me
dissertation.
see. Let's see what Sean said. Jazz gave off the vibe that he felt that Shira couldn't take what he really would have told her. He told her because she was upset. They both sucked at communication for different reasons. Shira didn't communicate because she was too busy being petty and immature due to her at certain times being stuck in a gimme mindset instead of working to prove herself. Jazz didn't communicate because on the streets, talking too much would get you in trouble, and he carried that with him even in his relationships.
how didn't
Period.
she
Thank you,
prove
Sean.
herself?
Give,
How
give.
did
She
it's
should get a
like every
prize or
step of the
something.
way she proved her stuff in that relationship.
No, she didn't.
Jazz,
Yes, she
How?
Jazz can protect
did.
all of us.
Can I ask you a question? What was something that she did for Jazz outside of sex that she didn't throw back in his face?
I just told you the nightmares. She never threw that back in his face.
She absolutely did. She absolutely when
When
she
she
got
threw that
mad,
when she
when
Those
she got
nightmares are
mad,
over. She
she
sucked it right out his penis.
when she got mad at him, she said, "I was the one there helping you through your nightmares." So yeah, she throws everything back in his
Oh my
face. Now
god.
let's
She
talk
was
about Jazz.
reminding him that's not
That's
throwing it
throwing
back in his
something in
face.
somebody's face. You don't need to remind me if you do something good for
Yeah,
me.
because niggas forget. Cause I
No,
have to remind this
no.
nigga all this. Yeah, they forget.
And I bet
You
you
not with Jazz though.
the way you think about it is that you're reminding him. But I bet you if you ask him, how do you feel when I say XYZ? And he's going to say, I feel like you're throwing it in my face. Because that is the reality of the situation. If you do something good for somebody, you do it out of the kindness of your heart and you don't throw it back
So
in
they
that
never talk
person's
about
face.
it.
So why she
There's a
gave me
difference
a truck,
between
ma?
talking about it and throwing it in somebody's face. If
And then
y'all
planning a
reminiscing,
whole birthday celebration for him. I think what the
that was
day after
something for a
when
game. I
that was
said
not for
something
game.
she did. Yes,
When
it
they did
was.
when she did the plans when at the thing when she was singing Young Lord song. You know, I had my mic because I was gonna hit it. I was gonna hit it. You feel me? When she was
Thank
dancing,
God for hiding
singing
that
the
mic
young,
on us.
For the
singing the
birthday party,
yeah, the birthday party. That was nice of her. She planned that.
and they
She
had
did a
sex
good job.
afterwards, right?
Who is this? The
I don't think
feds? What?
That was Kim
oh
Roberts.
my,
Really? That would be
oh my,
interesting.
well, you
It's
feds don't
something to
get
think about.
pregnant. What? She
No,
Something to
cannot be
think
a
about.
fed if she have a baby. You can't do
Ava,
that.
Ava, not
Ava.
Ava.
Oh, hey, I thought she was talking about
That
you,
would be a
girl. You
plot twist.
got my blood
But
pressure.
no, Maisha,
Well,
I'm serious.
feds down
What
for
has
what?
she
What's he do?
done?
I told you what she did.
She didn't do anything outside of a sexual
She
activity.
said
The
she
birthday was
replaced
for
his
him.
bed. He had a cheap bed. She replaced it.
Because they broke it.
Jesus.
I will give
Okay.
you the bed. I will give you the bed because I do think apart, even though they broke it having sex, I will give you the bed
Maisha,
because of
we
that.
see all your breasts, baby. Pull that down.
I'm sorry.
Don't be getting us banned off YouTube or even loaded up. God, don't.
My mind. But no,
She got
seriously,
all
Don't
the
put up my
tattoos
I
show.
on.
I was
I have
rubbing my stomach, y'all.
I
Okay,
have
you
to
see my
say
hand.
that
See
as
my hand.
mad as Jazz got at her in their moments, he never threw anything back in her face. He helped her with the
But
thing.
what could he throw in her
I was
face?
just
Like
about to
she's
say.
perfect. Okay, go ahead.
I was just about to
Oh
say, I'm
Lord.
ignoring that perfect comment. He never said, "Oh, who did you take with you when you needed a buffer between you and your mom?" He never said that. He never said, "Oh, I was the one who got you to the person to find your building." He never did that. I was the one who saved you from getting kidnapped in traffic. He never said that because he did those things because he loves her and he did it out of the kindness of his heart. That's
Uh,
my problem with she. She doesn't
eh,
do anything
He
with
used to
pure intent.
always throw that Austin didn't keep her safe in her face.
Oh
So
my
He
God,
didn't know.
he did,
but
but he
he
did. He
didn't
threw
do
that in
When?
that.
his
You
face.
say he
So
didn't? He did.
I
No,
said
you say he didn't.
he always threw that in her face. So
When did
don't say what
Austin
he
keep her
did.
safe?
You're not listening. He always threw that. Oh, your man not keeping your face. You're safe. Your man this. Your
And
man that.
she used to
That because
always
he
He
say
was
wanted to
something
be the
informing.
man.
important to her.
He
He
wanted
did
to
not
be the man.
throw. He did not throw that in her face. He was
According to
informing her.
Kima, anytime you say something like that to
Girl,
yes, it's thrown in
He
your
didn't
face.
do that to her.
let me drink my
Austin didn't
water.
do that for her. That's something different. That's
And
not
okay,
something
he had
he
to
did for
remind
her.
her every chance he got. Is that not throwing it
Yes,
in
because
face?
she wasn't moving like he's used to women
You not
moving when you haven't.
listening.
I
You
did
not
listen to
listening.
you.
If he isn't doing it, every time she turn around, your man not keeping you safe. Your man that's throwing something in your face.
I'll give you that, Ma. I'm not even gonna argue
Okay.
with you about that
That
because you know what? At the end of the
I
day, you said one thing in
I'm
two
not
books.
finished. I'm not finished.
Amen,
Wait, we're not
Sean.
discussing book one. We're discussing book two. Now
Amen,
you want to go back?
Sean. Austin is very moist. We're gonna call him Oyster. Oyster. Oyster is very moist.
Okay, so this is a quote from Shishi when this is where I felt the baby. It said, Vera had the patience of Mother Teresa. It was sad, disgusting. Where was her legacy? Did Vera want that to be it? The influence of a saint and not something of her own. So I feel that right there was when she decided to just let what her and Jazz had go to it, but I still think she wasn't looking for marriage because of the examples of marriage she saw with her dad and her mom. I think that's her biggest fear. That that right there.
I can agree with that because my babe felt the same way. He wasn't feeling the whole concept of love. So yeah, when you witnessing it from a perspective of this is this and this is that, but he's showing up differently. And that's, you got to understand, that's another reason why he didn't approach the whole concept of there being a past, him recalling a past relationship with the daddy. And that's the reason why the daddy didn't say anything either. Because in all actuality, he didn't really want Shy to know just how much of an asshole he really is. I mean, we already know how awful he is. He forgets his own goddamn daughter. But on top of all of that, to be mocked like this with a child, you like literally when you took your time out to go to the jailhouse. I don't have no sympathy for him losing that business. And I feel like she needs
Yeah,
to
he was
have her
striking.
mind re-examined, and she needs to really sit down, and I think she will, honestly, in
But I
book three. I
think
think
that's why she,
in book three,
yeah,
I think she's gonna sit down and
I
say, you
think
know
she
what,
has to
I
break away from her
overreacted. I
dad.
need to apologize to
She's
him.
gonna have to break
I
away
don't
from
think
him
Yeah,
she's
because
okay.
her
So
dad is not for
she
the right
said
at
it
all.
at
literally at
all.
the end of the book. She said that that's the reason she can't be with him because of her dad. She said that in the book, like literally as she was talking. She was like, "That's the reason, I can't be with him." And Jazz was like, "Damn, this is where she really did, leave this what we had alone." So it's like I think once she realized what type of snake or piece of her dad is, it'll get better. But I think that literally that's the
Her
only
only
reason she
reason
don't.
for hanging around with him is, of course, she loves her dad, and I still think that deep down she still loves her mom. But I think the main reason for her with him is for her sister, for Noelle, and she knows that with her mom she would not have been able to have a relationship with Noelle, and the only reason why she do the things she do with her daddy is because she's trying to make sure that her daddy seals this relationship with Noelle so that Noelle can feel love or whatever. You
And that
know,
was another
she
thing
had to
that
she had to force her
I did
daddy
like,
to take
to
pictures, to put family pictures up of the
because he
three of
wouldn't
them
let go
so
of the
Noelle could
marriage,
be right. He was
including
he was holding he treats that girl like she's the one that ruined his marriage
his
as
marriage.
opposed
When it
to
was his
him
nasty
ruining his
ass
marriage.
that ruined his
Right,
own
right.
goddamn marriage.
Oh, but
He
let's talk
trash.
about my favorite part in this book.
What the
Baby, when
conversation?
Sin read Lamont for the filth,
Oh,
when he
yes.
told her you
He
was
Yes,
getting
deserved that.
crackhead up raw dog in a gas station
in
bathroom
the
or
gas
wherever
station.
Yeah.
bathroom they was in.
And
Yeah, because
that
you
is
sitting
why
there
I think
dragging
he
for that
has a
boy
problem.
mama. You sitting there dragging for his mama.
Hmm.
Now, Lamont ain't nothing but a piece of
And
shit.
that's
When
why I
he
said
said,
he has a problem with people judging him. Look at his daddy. Look at how his daddy's talking to
His
him
own
in front
damn
of
dad.
his girl, his mom, and his little brother. Like, this is something that he was raised. We cannot let one trauma go over the other. Not that this is the trauma Olympics, but I'm just saying he's been judged his whole entire life by this man who has the nerve to be a crackhead at the end of the day.
"Thank
Like,
you," like he told you like to get your nose wet too, and
exactly. And you
she told you she was a streetwalker sometimes, and you still hit that raw dog in the bathroom. Come
still
on now,
and you
come on.
still coming at her neck because you got your life together, but where were you when she needed to get her life together in the first place? You left, and you left me too. And so he has this dad that he doesn't want to be anything like. So yeah, I would make lists too. That nigga is trash. He treats his son like he's trash, and if Nicholas was going the way that Jazz had went, he would treat him like that too. And
I
that's
don't.
messed
Okay,
up.
so I think that it was because Jazz reminded him of that point in his life that he wanted to forget.
Too
I don't
But
think
bad.
he
you
would have
you
let
you
Nicholas.
can't forget it because now
Yeah,
you have a son
yeah,
and you have
exactly.
proof
And
of
I
it.
I
So
think
you
he
have to grow
resented
the fuck up
because
and raise your
okay,
son.
this is my thing. Even when Jazz used to come to his house, from what I read, and tell me if I read this wrong, They used to meet at the diner. That's how he met the little short, the one who ended up
The mob lady.
yeah.
Yeah,
Frankie.
Frankie.
Cause you should drop him. The mom, he had to meet you at a restaurant. Like you
Yep.
wouldn't even go pick up your goddamn son.
Yeah, Lamont was. Ugh.
Just
I don't know
trash.
who's worse. Him and She's father are both equal,
Trash.
but I
They're both trash.
judged Lamont a little more because he knew that his son was headed into trouble, and his way of trying to get him out was shaming him. Like he
Right.
knew that would work, especially
Nope.
being a crackhead. Because you know, when if you was a crackhead and somebody was shaming you to get off that crack, it would make you feel inside. So he knew the pain that he was inflicting on his child and knew it wasn't going to lead to no good. So yes, Jazz did a lot of things in spite to get to a point where his dad couldn't shame him no more, but he also learned to keep things to his chest. So I blame a lot of that on Lamont. He made Jazz into the person that he was because he didn't have nobody he can trust. He couldn't trust his mom because she was on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't trust his dad because he shamed him for not only him doing what he was doing, but for his mom doing that stuff too. And that's a for a kid. Do you know how bad that has to be for a kid to suffer through that?
My favorite
So-
part was Juggett's reading of Shy.
Oh
can't
Lord.
really-
First of
Juggy
all,
is so
Juggy,
funny.
not the person who left his lady job.
You will
at
not-
home.
No, Juggy
Why
was
he went-
absolutely right for reading Shy
Why
down the way he did.
I'm sorry. What you say, mine?
God and Jazz
What you say,
has
mine?
forgiven
What you
him,
say?
and you will too, mine.
What you say, mine? Guess what? Josh
Wait,
Renee ain't she's not
wasn't his
upset.
girl, what his girl and Slider and the baby shower ignoring each other?
She
He was
She ain't
jugging
moved
people
by that.
out.
Trust me.
But guess what?
Trust
She
me.
still got her rental property that he bought.
Got her
She's
rental
still
property, her
riding in a new
cars.
car every year.
She's not upset by that at all. Because guess what? She's got something on the side as well. I have something. Trust
But is
me,
it true that
she's
you don't really
okay.
mess with LB?
She's okay. Trust me, she's okay. I need y'all to pause for just a second.
You got a commercial break?
Yeah, we do. We have a special guest that's gonna pop in for a few minutes.
Hey, love.
Don't
Hey,
underestimate me, baby, because I'm gonna always bring it to you.
Love, I hope that
love.
you are ready for Maisha because the girl is delusional.
Okay, she the one wrote us.
Maisha, you going on
No,
mute.
you're not reading what she wrote. You are not reading what she
I'm
wrote.
reading what she wrote.
You
That's
reading your
the
own notes.
most perfect character ever
Stop.
written
I'm
in
done.
one of your books. First
We're
of
not
all.
doing that. We're not doing that. Mm-mm.
Mute her.
She,
I love her.
Mute
love,
Maisha.
Maisha
Mute
said
yourself.
that she is the most dynamic woman that you've ever read.
Dynamic.
you know, it's funny. Josh, you brought me in when you did and said what you said before then. When you read chapter 1 of The Promise, you guys are gonna crack up. But yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. We gotta wait for
Oh,
Wednesday. You can't do
Lord.
that to us.
Well, I
Lord,
just dropped the
Okay,
spoiler.
y'all saying to y'all,
Let me go find
You
that
know,
weather machine.
it took a whole lot when Love posted about dissing herself. And I appreciate that she left Josh Renee off of there. But I was feeling my feelings when people was like, what she mean? She don't know. And I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, I do know. Hold up.
You know what it is? They probably just know you as Indie Love, so they
Right.
probably
I have
wasn't
no idea.
realizing
No,
that
they
it
don't
was-
know.
Right.
But I said to
Man.
myself, Josh is gonna break up with me
I
after Indie
read
Love. She done
I
blocked me
read that
everywhere.
part and cracked up.
And
I
the thing
love
is,
that.
I'm not even thinking about Josh when I'm writing. I'm just clearly thinking about a whole new Josh Renee, but it's hilarious. But Maisha, that's right. You wear that banner. That's right. Nobody ain't gotta agree with you. Long as you know you got it.
That's right.
Don't
Oh,
encourage
Lord.
that
Look,
monster.
I ain't never met nobody that be more loud and more wrong than
Wrong.
Maisha.
Go wrong.
Loud and wrong.
Listen, I know
Oh,
my from my Midnight Mafia days, so I already knew what I was getting into.
Right,
Jeez.
right.
No, but thank you for writing this book
That
because
is
we
it.
have
Thank you
so much to
guys for
talk
arguing
about.
because it's always great. I mean, everybody's gonna have a valid argument, right? Even I know
Mm-hmm.
might be throwing some crazy things out there, but that's what I love about what I do because no one is perfect and everyone has their faults. You know,
Yeah.
everyone,
Wait, you
both
said
of them.
nobody perfect, but I think she. Never mind.
I'm done. No, no, Shira, she is not perfect at all. Jazz is not perfect at all. But I like to think I understand them, and prayerfully, by the time we hit the end and book 3, they'll be on steadier ground. So,
And don't can I ask you? Don't you think
mhm.
that they're very similar, and that's why they kind of bump heads?
In what ways? How do you think they're
I
similar?
feel like because maybe this is coming from a place because my sister's a Taurus and I'm a Virgo, so we bump
Mhm.
heads a lot, but we're
Mhm.
also like the same things. Like we like to do the same things, and I think deep down they do. They want
Mhm.
peace, they want freedom,
Mhm.
they want to be their own legacies, they want to make
Mhm.
their own ways, but they don't know how to communicate that because they've
Yeah.
always been judged for communicating. And that's why I said they're alike a lot because they have the same insecurities, but they show it in different ways.
I don't think Jazz has the. I don't. I've never considered Jazz's insecurity so much as he just understands Ashira's limitations. And like I
Mhm.
think Kimmy, you made a good point earlier about he knows how to keep stuff to his chest. If he didn't, he wouldn't have been as successful as he was in the streets.
Mhm.
Ashira cannot handle all of Jazz, and he knew that. But he wanted her to know everything because he wants her. Now I have to respect Ashira because she's saying is you want to get like she wants him too, but
Right.
she doesn't want that package that he has to to go with him.
Mhm.
And I respect that she wants to do her own thing, but she's not trying to let Jazz go. And Jazz doesn't want to let her go, but Jazz can't force her. But I mean, at the same time, you're telling her you can't have sex with anyone else, and like that's crazy. So we're sitting with that now. But
Yeah.
but
Say it
I
again. Is
think
what?
it's crazy. Um, but I think they both want each other. I think they're both genuine. I forget, was it Kim or was it Mai who made the good point of Ashira treats people like that. Like meaning she's very generous and that's just who she is. And it's just this parallel,
Thank you.
with her
Thank you.
I said that
even
too, man.
even why she says she didn't like dating guys from the street because they knew that about her and they would take advantage of her. And Jazz is like, I ain't that nigga. I got my own, but I can't tell you how I got my own because you're gonna run,
Mhm.
and yeah. But I think they're both genuine, with each other and about each other. And I think it's somebody, I don't know if it was Mai or I don't know if it was Kima who made the point of the showboating, like in front of his family and
That was
and
me.
Definitely
treating.
wasn't me.
That was
That was
me.
mine.
Came.
That was your. Yeah, so I think some of that was just her trying to be down. Like she just wanted to be down. She wanted to be down with Jazz, and no, that wasn't a good idea. And I think it was Miss Allegra who said he don't want he's good with vacationing. He just don't need the pomp and circumstance. He doesn't need all
Right.
that company to do it. And that is so Jazz. Like he didn't need all of that.
Mhm.
But he was trying to roll with it and get everybody there. And
Yeah,
Jonathan
take
won't.
the stick out your ass
Yeah.
just once.
And I
But
don't know
that's
if
not what he
Jonathan is going to be
is.
invited to another. Jonathan's not going to be
No.
invited.
No.
Jonathan be
Yes,
lucky
no.
if he don't get invited to his
But
funeral
I
because
love that. I'm not gonna lie.
I was
That
reading and
was
I
one of
was
my
like,
favorite scenes.
he
It
wasn't
was
over
funny.
his parole yet, and I was like, if Jonathan fuck around and mess with his
Yeah.
name
That
before he
had
Yeah,
me.
get
Someone
I
involved,
was
said
I would have
that.
been
I
Yeah,
like,
was a little worried
Jonathan.
for him, but it was so fun to see him
it
caught off
was.
guard. It was so
Yeah.
I love that love. Like it was so funny to me. I enjoyed
Yeah.
every part of that.
And none of it was forced. That is who she is. Who she is. There's no fronting the dancing and stuff, and always hyping each other with her girlfriends. That's natural for her. She's not like. And
Yeah.
Jazz said that when they were on the
Mhm.
boat. He said, "I would have thought she was trying to put on for my family, but no, that's legit who she is. She don't
thank you.
care." And the whole thing, even with Tanya, maybe if it wasn't because Jazz would never allow Tanya to do anything, but she was saying that to Tanya, like, and I'm here forever, And she, in her heart, she wants to be there with Jack. She just doesn't know what to do with him. She really doesn't. She's not really developmentally. She's not. She's gonna be
On
real
his level. I
soon.
love
Yeah, she's not ready to handle all of him, but she's gonna make some adjustments because she's gonna have to because he is who he is, and he's not gonna apologize for it. You
Right.
know, so yeah,
Mm.
that's
One of our
Mm.
readers is asking for more about Ava. Is
yeah.
she
So
really
this
a
is what
threat?
we do. Yeah, no, Ava's not a threat, and this is what we do in the LBU. Like we villainize these women who are
Thank
potential,
you.
who are potential antagonists, and they're not. Ava. Oh man, I remember when Ava came. I think what's really gonna piss Ashira off is Ava when she realizes that Ava was never a threat. But if Ava was just different, Ava could have messed up a lot. Could mess up a lot for Ashira. But
Yeah,
that's
she was
just
a
not
dawn,
who.
baby. Oh, Raggedy Brielle.
What you say about her? Yeah. What you say about Brielle?
I said if
Yeah.
she was a dawn or a Raggedy Brielle, because
Oh yeah, because
just pricing.
they were very much antagonists. Yeah, but
And
that
please
that
tell
little
my
child.
Isha Brielle ain't get no damn book.
Oh
She
no, she
said she
said she
might.
might. She
She
might
said
I'm
do
she
Brielle.
considering. I'm
She said
I
she
considering
like
might.
Brielle.
novella, not
She
a
might
full
been yeah. She been
movie.
talking
Listen,
about
I
it.
wouldn't care if it was a.
That's
I wouldn't care if it was
and
a paragraph, a poem.
y'all know
I
Love has
like
not
her.
written no damn novella, so
I was
no.
about to say I didn't want to knock
She gonna
her
get
because
that shit
I'm
when
I
all
Love get
for
know,
it.
I know, and that's the other thing. That's why it hasn't been done yet. Yeah,
I
because
was just gonna let
I
love
got
be
it.
great when she
Yeah,
said
I know,
novella.
I know. I don't even know if
Well,
I can do it,
Lord,
but
I just
I
hope
would
she
like
have her
to.
own man.
But
Because
we
we
don't
sure don't
want.
want her
Yeah,
going knock on nobody else's door. If she go
yeah,
But
knock on one more woman door, it's gonna be a problem.
no, for
yeah,
real. No, for real.
yeah.
Because Jay should have squared up, but she was pregnant, and so
Hmm.
should she. But
She
that's
should have
what.
popped her with that brush, like what you call it, Mama did in
Who?
Love's Encroachment.
Oh,
What's the girl, Mama?
Yeah.
who
You
not?
know, Jade had a brush in her hand because she had took a weave out.
Yes.
You know
Listen.
what else was a good part in the book when she was singing Young Lord's song and she had no idea it was about
That was
jazz.
Yeah.
That
hilarious.
I was
Yeah.
cracking up. And Jonathan was like, "She know."
Like, yeah, she cool.
Look, and the
I
whole
looked
house
you
got
down.
quiet. Like,
Yeah,
oh
I
shit.
know.
She know.
And Jazz actually lied. He
He lied
lied,
bad.
and he did not like it. But he was just like, "There's no way." Like he was so happy. Like she made his birthday this wonderful event. She was totally open and free. Like, and he was not about to mess it up. But he lied.
I was
He
mad at
lied.
that. Yeah.
Uh,
One of my other favorite parts was when he was on the phone with Noelle's classmate. I love that. I thought that
oh
was
yeah.
so freaking funny.
That
Could you
I
visualize
was,
him? They were
I
all
visualized
FaceTime.
it.
And could you see
Wait,
him in the
was he being a
background just
thug?
talking
Was
shit?
he?
Yes.
He was acting like a
Yes, he
thug.
was.
Oh,
He's a
It
gangster.
was
Don't play with him.
I'm
so
done. My
funny. I'm ignoring
Oh,
mine.
my Isha.
that is crazy. I was
You
just
know what
saying.
was so funny? It's because he recognized the game already. He knew why
Yeah.
the dude was being like that to Noelle.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
because
he
he like
recognized that. I
He
loved
did.
it.
but baby, when she call herself liking on some some jazz, like come on, sit down. Come on, can I have his
He
number?
was
Can I
like,
talk to
no,
him?
no,
Uh-huh.
Man, man,
no.
that's my seat.
Who is
That's
this?
like
Who,
that's
Mhm.
who?
my
I
seat.
can't. I don't know who
Anybody
this
get my
is.
seat?
Let me
That's
see.
Tara
To
There's
my
talking.
some
That's
juggy.
hoes
To
Tara.
in
my
this house.
juggy.
There's some hoes in. They
That's
gonna
not
be
So,
it.
good.
My junkie
but we
girl.
were talking about Juggy. We were talking about the conversation that he had, and I think that he was valid a little bit for what he was saying because it's him getting up in the middle of the night when y'all having y'all sat, you sneaking in the crib when he don't know, and now you dipping out, and I gotta ride to wherever you at
That
because he's not gonna leave
you
you
the one want to
unprotected.
be Mr. Bentley.
No, Jazz is
That ain't
not
got
like
nothing
that.
to do with she.
Yes, it does. She
You
knows
want to
who
be
It had a
Jazz
Mr.
lot.
is
It had a
Bentley.
now.
lot to do with
Maisha, the
Shi's
fact that
immaturity.
you hold this girl has no accountability for nothing that she does
None.
I,
is baffling to me. It
I,
truly baffles me. She's
I,
not an angel. She's not.
I,
Get it out your head. She's not an angel.
I mean, y'all cover
When she sat
everything.
there in that
Y'all, I
truck and
feel like I don't have
she
to.
sat
I
there in
don't
that
have
truck.
to do that.
She sat there in that truck and snotted and cried and carried
Then,
on
then,
and
then
said,
you gonna
"I'm
tell me
never
something. Sid
leaving."
got more bodies than that. Okay, just stay even more. Why don't you? Thank you, Juggy.
You know
Thank you.
what was crazy?
Please tell
And
me
then
you
My
when he
saying
was
this is
Very
what
choking,
delusional.
very.
when he
my
was
is playing.
choking, when he was choking the dude out, and Juggy was like, "We can't get him out of this." That's it. Nigga, if y'all don't shake him or something, like,
This
No,
nigga really be like him.
they knew Sin's work, and they knew that once he got into that zone, you might as well just leave him be.
Right.
But thank God, because he has a
To
lot now
lose
going
now.
on, a lot to lose. Heck yeah. So glad he was able, because that I was like, how is this? What is this? How is this going to go? Because Jazz has been very much clean, and but we
I
still
don't
need to
know.
know
I
his
don't know. The
essence.
verdict
Okay,
still
according to
out if
Mike,
he,
probably not.
yeah, the verdict still out about him,
No, it's
homeboy
not.
in
That's in
Now
your
that
we've
head.
not
home.
seen the dark side of Jazz. We've not seen it, and I want us to see it. I just don't want to come out of the romance of it. So it's just something, because I need for you guys to see what I see or know what I know. So that's what I've been
Behind
What
struggling
I
that
with.
know,
Belvin,
what we
behind
know,
that
love,
Belvin
what we
and
know,
shy, it's gonna come out because I see
Maisha, you don't know nothing.
That
what
Sergio
we
cannot
know.
be
I don't
trusted
trust
because
Sergio.
at all.
I'm not
Sergio,
gonna.
well, I'm not gonna say that because book
And
I
two
it's
don't
ain't
like.
came
Sergio
out
has
yet.
been
But
I
I
behind
don't.
already
this.
have Sergio
I
figured
don't
out.
have a problem with Ava, but something about Sergio, I don't know. Maybe it's because I lived in Jersey. I don't trust them kind of dudes. I don't like him. He gotta go. But I
First of
will.
all, if a man came up to me and told me his name was Sergio, boy, get the
I'm
fuck.
done.
Because
Oh my God.
I'm
something wrong
not
with your
talking to you,
mama.
Allegra. I'm not.
Something is wrong with your mama. Dog. Why
Allegra.
in the hell she named you Sergio? Y'all know
I
who
don't trust him.
Sergio Valente, the jean designer. Go to
Yeah.
hell. You don't come talk to me.
I'm done.
It didn't just start with the jean designer. I'm not messing with you,
Yeah,
I have
Allegra.
a
no.
question. I have a question. Is the baby name Promise?
No,
What?
no,
She don't got time.
no.
What she say?
This girl be reaching. I'm telling. She's asked if the baby's name was Promise.
I
My
like
baby
that.
girl. I
I like
think
that. I think it's pretty.
I think he
It's
was talking
Sinclair.
about his promise. Ezra
It's
said
definitely
his
St. Clair.
promise.
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
It's Sinclair.
It's definitely Sinclair and not Witherspoon.
Girl, it should be omission.
Maybe
Her name
Yeah,
should be
maybe they're
omission.
vaccinated.
yeah.
Because listen,
Omission.
that was Sandra and Mike
Omissiana.
talking about the baby didn't have Jazz name. I told him my brother, listen, my brother is definitely naming. He got part in
I
that name.
think I did see you say that. Yeah.
He
She's
was
named
in the
after both her
room.
parents. Yeah, she's
Yeah, he
named
was
Omit
in
after
the
both her
room.
parents.
Omitiana. That's what her first name should be.
Oh,
Omitiana.
Mitiana, I'm done. I'm
Omishiana.
so
You
done.
see what you started,
You
love?
are so
No.
dirty. You are so
Oh,
dirty.
Mitiana.
Since we
You're so dirty.
So are you certain it's gonna be just 3 books at this point,
I'm
love?
positive.
Because I could read about them all day. I
I
really like
swear, I
them.
yeah, I
thought
can
her
read about
question was
Shishi.
gonna be, "Are
Yeah,
you certain we
Shishi is.
have to wait till winter?" But she said, "Are you certain it's gonna be
No,
three
no,
books?"
because
Yeah.
they have so much. Like I'm gonna read it. Like I don't care how many pages it is. I'm gonna read it. But I just feel like they have so much to like
Yeah.
unpack and get
I
rid of.
agree. No, I absolutely agree. Because at this point, even though I've been with them, it's a lot. And again, it's just so much I want to expose, but I want to keep it. I only have one book. So Kim, you made a good point. So I only have one book to do it. But
Gotcha.
yeah, just the one more
Yeah,
book. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna join
The thicker
Brielle's
the
dance
better. The
crew.
thicker the
Shut
better.
up.
I love your thickies. You bring it on. Bring it
Love
on.
Sean is
Sean is
saying
a
say
mess.
less.
Sean is a mess.
My
You know we
sister.
don't know where she is right now, love. You know, you got Sean gotta check in.
Is she on vacation? Lord Jesus.
You don't know.
Right. She don't like us. And I'm about to put a tracker on it somewhere.
Sean just pop up.
But the thing is, you talking about I'm sorry, I was reading a comment. It said she accepted a drink from him, but he always gives her a drink because
Yeah, I think
when
people assume that
yeah.
there was like that drink. That drink wasn't spiked. It wasn't spiked.
No, he gave because when she came to dance in the club, when your homeboy tried to pay her $20, he passed her a drink before Jazz even came down. That's what he does.
Yeah, he wants Shishi. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't think anything about the drink. It's just that he wants Shishi, and instead of saying, he's trying to go underhand
Yeah,
about it.
he's corny. Yeah,
He's so corny.
that's all that is.
Love,
That's
we
why
gonna
she
give
not
Jazz a
attracted to
Pepsi in
him.
book 3.
I'm done. Yeah, you guys had me thinking. I'm like, I don't think he just drinks water, but I guess that's all
Yeah,
that
he
was written
do.
is he
No,
drinks
he
I
does.
water.
mean, can he have a sweet tea or something?
Listen,
Right.
his piss
Yeah.
was
I
That's his
wanted to
clear
fault.
as
lose.
the
I wanted to
That's
loosen
true.
Jazz up though. I wanted him to have a drink, an alcoholic beverage, but Jazz was like, no. But I'm hoping
I
he's
don't
gonna
blame
relax in
him.
book 3.
Baby,
Well,
Even
when
if
they
it's
listen.
go on vacation by
a glass
themselves,
of
because what did
Kool-Aid.
he say? He said if we were
Yeah, he said he
alone,
would.
I would have
Yeah,
taken a
he
shot
said
with
he
Yeah.
would
him.
have considered
But he
because
had to be
it would have been less
responsible for
to
all of his
control,
family.
right? Exactly. He had
Yep.
far more to control. If it was just him and Ashira and his people, then he would have been fine. But he had to control all of that stuff going on and hoping that
Shut
no
up,
one
Devin.
being drunk mentioned his real name and
Exactly.
award
See,
of
that's the
women.
problem. That's my problem. You still
Devin
trying to
crazy.
hide shit. You got a wedding ring, an engagement ring in your luggage, and you're still trying to hide yourself. See, that's my
Yeah,
That's
but
problem
right.
at
with
that
him.
point,
I
she would have
I
been
I
mad.
even
That's
But
my
hold on, Ma. Be
problem.
fair. If they had told her if his stuff before he did, she would have got mad then too. Because, like you said
Hmm.
yourself, she wants to hear from him. So of course,
Hmm.
yeah, he's
I
like,
feel,
don't let the
but I
cat out of the
feel like he
bag.
should have. I feel like before you went to pick out that engagement ring, you should have set her
Oh,
down.
absolutely. I
Maisha,
have never said that. But I'm just
Maisha.
saying, I wouldn't want my family to tell her my truth before I did.
I never. No, I didn't want his family. I wanted him. That guy, Josby,
I
the
think,
one named after
oh,
the
Jazz
corner
Fee,
store,
yeah,
huh?
the
Yeah, the one
bodega guy.
named after the that we ain't gonna talk about him being named after the corner store, the cashier at the corner.
I
We
do
ain't
believe
gonna.
that Jazz would have told her way before he did if he felt Ashira wouldn't have
Left him.
got spooked and left. I really
See,
believe Jazz would have
that's
because his
how
past is not going
that
anywhere. He's not running from it. He's not ashamed of his past. He just knew that she wouldn't be able to handle it. So at that time she was pregnant, and in his mind he's like serious. Like if you fuck somebody else, like it's going to be a problem. So his thing is, my name is O'Jaspy. Like what's the
Somebody
worst? You
gonna
don't
come up
want to
saying,
be with me. What's the
Yeah,
worst can
Jack
happen at this point?
Right.
and
and Auntie
Maisha,
Rose even told her
and there was
about
some.
the whole
Okay.
idea and concept of,
Mhm.
who he was and his troubled past and that she needs to be patient. She told her. That's why I say I know book 3, she gonna be the one to come back and apologize. I mean, he's gonna have his apologies,
She
girl, but
better
she
not,
overreact. She
I
not
think she
Nisha,
overreacted because of the
NAWT.
pregnancy. I don't know about
She
apologizing
Maisha,
better
though.
NAWT.
Now,
She
don't get
better
me wrong.
not.
I think they're both wrong, but in a sense, I think it would be fair in book 3 for him to give that olive branch because, and I say this, and let me tell you why I say this. At this point, she done had your baby. And you at least owe her that because we all know he should have been told her what she wanted to know, but he was waiting out of some part of selfishness because he didn't want to lose her. So I think it would be up to him to give that olive branch to make her feel like it's okay to come back in. I don't think she's gonna start that off. Not after giving birth to his baby. I mean,
I,
as a person who had a baby, that ain't happening. I'm just saying, like,
So
but
she's
I
I'm
have
gonna
not
use
doing
another.
that.
the
I have
baby
another
to
question.
basically pull him in, is what you're
No, I'm saying
What?
the baby is going to be what pulls him in for him to be more open to her. We don't know because we
Yeah,
ain't writing
yeah.
a book.
Look
We
at
ain't writing.
yeah.
It
I,
should. It should.
I have a.
At this
I have a
point now,
question.
it should. Ayana, come on, be
Love.
fair.
Why did she? Okay, so at the dad house when she announced her pregnancy to her dad,
saying.
when she told him, when she said that's why I can't be with him, did she break up with him for her dad? Like, can you explain that part?
Why? What did she say?
Hold on.
oh,
When they
Wait. She about to pull up some highlights.
The
Yeah, her
Oh,
PowerPoint
PowerPoint
presentation.
presentation.
Yeah.
yeah, Tara.
and
That
they
listen,
wouldn't let me
Tara.
do my PowerPoint
That that was
presentation.
my point. First, and I tell this to all my girls: a man is gonna go as far as you let him go,
Hmm.
and you let him go all that time without telling him your name, without
Mm-hmm.
telling you his name. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm. And sitting on his lap. Mm-hmm.
and you break up with him, but you're still punching in that gate code and using that key at night.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What did you expect?
Mm-hmm.
How?
And listening to
What
them
did you
numbers and just
expect?
sitting there waiting for him, to go to sleep so you can sneak in the bed and Yeah, still sit on his
And
lap.
And then
and
Juggy got
I
to get up out of his bed and get on FaceTime with Josh Renee to go follow you
and
back.
I agree with
Ride with
all
me.
that, y'all. But
Right.
I think at this point, once the
Devin
baby
said,
is
"Where's the
actually
push
here,
gift?"
at this point when the baby is here, that changes a lot of things for good parents. So if he keeps seeing that he's not going to have the access to his girl and his child at all times when he wants to, I think he's going to make it clear that that's not going to work for him, and he's going to take the first step. In my opinion, I think it's only fair because you want your family back and you are part of the reason why it's messed up. So I think he might take that step.
And Juggy should pay his dues. Because he the one
Okay.
that left his guns in the car. He should pay his
Yeah,
dues.
that's a lot. That's a lot to do with why Juggy
Yeah.
is so
Listen,
dedicated to Jazz.
I wanted to punt because you trying to go to the thrift store and deal
Oh,
with, never mind.
Cynthia.
But yeah, Juggy was wrong. But I'm looking for that package.
Shuggy was not wrong for saying what he said because he said,
I
I
sure
want
hope the
y'all to be
baby's not
together.
allergic to the cats. I mean,
Stop it. Yeah,
Tried to kill
yeah.
my girl. Tried to
He
kill my
said
girl.
that he was not going to be around Cynthia anymore. Don't do him like that. He not going to be around Cynthia anymore. But
he
I mean,
not. He
parents
not.
respect.
Cynthia wasn't even a factor. I
But
mean, he just
listen, she got
passed.
her mind together quick because that was Friday night and Saturday morning. She was right in that car with him on the
That's
way
true.
to see her mom and apologizing because
Right.
Because
she
she
knew she
knew
was
she was
wrong.
wrong. She knew
She
she
was.
was wrong.
She was.
Wrong and
Kima,
petty.
I feel the same way as you. Her and Kenny are so similar,
They
like with
are.
their immaturity and their
Mhm.
naivety.
Yeah.
They
But
are
guess
so
what?
similar.
First of all, y'all not gonna do that. You know why? Because Kenny was a kid. Kenny
Oh,
was a
I
kid when they initially met.
I agree. I
I
agree.
agree.
This grown
So
ass
what you
woman
saying is,
should have her
what you
shit
saying is,
together.
you saying that she too big for this shit. At her
They
big
saying
age,
Yes.
she ought to have her shit together. That's what you're
at
saying.
this point, and she's been single
Okay,
long
I found it.
enough, especially
I
since
found it.
Maisha said
I
she's
agree.
a bitch.
Everything.
The
Okay, it
baddest.
says she said yes, it's possible that Jazz could be the owner with the Spoon Homes if his contract holds up in court, Daddy. I'm sorry. I had no idea. And that is the sole reason I've decided to end my relationship with Jazz.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
know
ready
at that
for
point,
it.
I think Shira just had enough at that time. I think it became too much. It's like always like just her learning about the murders, and then about the buyout with Lewinsky. I think at that point she was just like, I'm over this. Like I'm
Yeah.
just over it.
Cause she kept
That's a
giving and
lot.
he not.
But
I think
love,
she felt he should have shared more. Like I
love, do
said,
you
when I
really,
So
do
felt
you
like
really
he ain't
think?
give nothing mine. He gave nothing mine. Nothing at all.
But she took what he did give her, and
No,
so
I
she
want
gotta
my
take
to
what
say that
she.
he didn't give
she
nothing. My
asked
want to act
him.
like Jazz is just this big old
She
ain't shit nigga, and it's starting to really. I be trying not to get upset because I
I'm
know
done.
these niggas. This is a character, but I'm so sick of my acting like this a ain't shit nigga in my
he
and
ain't
that
ain't.
he
So
Mm-mm.
our question to Maisha should be, baby, who hurt you?
and
I'm
I
done.
did ask for that. I did ask for
Love.
that. I said, who hurt you? Who has damaged you that
I,
you
you know what's
did?
crazy? I liked
Love.
every other
Love.
guy besides. Like I was rooting for every other guy in the LB universe until I got Jazz, and I'm just
I'm
like,
done.
That's crazy that she was
It
rooting for
is
Saint.
because
Saint of
Asmir
all
lied during
people.
4 whole damn books. Asmir
Wow.
hid his whole other life.
I was gonna say now,
Four
Asmir was
books.
definitely different. Yeah. Now Jazz would have told her from the first conversation that he told her that he was a convict. He would have told her. He would. It would not have been a big deal for it. But he had other issues with her. Don't get me wrong. He was not trying to withhold. Once he started catching feelings for her, he wanted her to know everything because he wanted the marriage. He wanted all of that. But he
Mm-hmm.
knew, as Shira was Akima said it, like he knew that she would reject him, and that's the reason why she didn't. Yeah, you had a question for me. What were you gonna ask me?
I forgot. Shit.
Yeah, you see this?
But
You see this? You see this?
That's
We
Sandra
can't really,
Yvonne saying it.
I'm not even entertaining her because it's like, first of all, it's. I told you I don't listen like Shy. I don't dislike her. I just am calling her out on her shit, and y'all don't like it. Maisha is buying into the foolishness and standing as a goddamn billboard, promoter for Shy and her dumb shit. I'm not doing it. That's my man's brother, and he not feeling that. So I'm
Listen,
fine.
out of all the love Belvin men in LBU, I cannot see how you are judging him as harshly because listen, as much as I run Muted Love to the ground, and y'all know that I do, I've listened to that audio 3,000 times at this point. Ashton was trash. He was so horrible to
He
Tori.
wasn't worse than
And
he was good to her.
I
He
love
was good to
them
her. I loved
together.
Ashton.
I
I loved
love them
My
Ashton.
Ashton
together.
barked at Tori. What are you
Barked
talking
at my
about?
girl.
He
I
He
want to
barked at
apologized.
her.
hear
He apologized.
Oh,
Oh,
she
come
didn't.
And Jazz,
on.
wait,
Come on.
girl, Maisha. It's
And
He
it
time
was
for you to
had
lay on the
sincere.
couch, baby.
he
It's
He
had
time for you
my
to lay on the
apologized and
couch.
it
girl.
was sincere.
Hold on. He
When she
had
was
my
like, don't
girl
look.
on a chair while some lady was doing whatever to him with her freckle tongue and had Tori sitting there watching that to make her jealous. No, if
To
Ashton
see if
can,
she loved him instead of him
okay,
asking, "Do you really love me?"
and instead of him saying, you know what, Tori, I love you. So if Ashton can get the girl at the end, guess what? Jazz can get the girl at the end. He is nowhere
Listen,
near
I'm
as
not
bad.
saying I don't want them to be together. I just
What
say,
you saying?
for me, Jazz is the most piece of shit character
Never,
You not
middle
talking.
never. I'm
nigga
not even
Girl,
doing
I
that
what
with
are
ever
you.
you
I'm
read.
not.
reading?
You
Stand
not
Look,
your
talking
ass
like
and
me.
look.
Chloe.
Were
Stand
you
Adrian don't
reading
want me
like
to.
two
Like, and
books at
then
the
this
same
girl
time,
crying,
Maisha?
she crying, and she's like, "What is your name?" And he says, "Say the fuck less," and walks out her dad's house.
absolutely. She said,
And
I
what
don't
she
want to be.
did after?
Hold
What
on,
did she
hold
do after
on.
he walked out? She went creeping to
Pregnant.
his in the middle of the
Hold
night.
on
So
now.
So
say,
night,
say the
baby.
He said he would
fuck.
give
So
her
Lord.
all of him if she would give him
breaking
time.
bread.
And she literally just said to him in front of his dad. She didn't even tell him yet. She said in front of his dad, that's why I'm ending it with him. So yeah, say the fuck less at that
But she
point. I
no,
can get mad
she
too.
ended it with him when she walked down and gave him the pregnancy
No, no,
test.
no, 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 no,
She
no,
knew
no,
they
no,
wasn't
no.
together.
She said out loud, let's talk about verbal cues, okay? We're not talking about, physical cues.
Oh, not
Verbally,
verbal.
she said verbally to her dad, who he hates, that I'm not messing with dude no more because he tried to steal your company, basically. And so now he's supposed to be Mr. Open freaking dude for her. Yeah, say the fuck less. I'm gonna say it too because he got mad. She's allowed to get mad and he's not mad. Come on now. Come on. And you love Stit. He poked holes in a condom of a woman that he was trying to trap. So you telling me Jazz
And
is less than
Shira
that?
said, "I don't want the." Hold up, let me tell you what she
Oh
said. She
Lord.
Girl,
said,
we tired of your ass with this. That what you said. Listen, at the end of the
I got
day,
receipts too.
my biggest issue is I wanted to make sure
she
Sandra know that
said,
that baby's last name is not Weatherspoon, and that
she said,
Jazz was
"Baby
there in the
daddy of the
delivery
kids
room when
I
the baby
don't
was
want."
had.
But
He was
clearly she
there. He
do
was
because she's
present,
giving birth to one. So she wants the kids
and
now.
And
that
clearly
that
she
Ben and
wanted them
I are
because she
godparents.
never at one time asked him to strap
Okay,
up.
see, no, put that
So
comment up.
Not one.
Jazz is a lying liar who lies. Put that comment up.
Who
No,
said
I,
that? Who
no,
Girl,
said
put
I'm
that
not.
that?
don't
comment
put
up.
that back up. You don't
I'm
have
not putting
nobody
that
but
up.
Sandra.
Who
One of
said
You
your
ain't got
little,
that?
nobody but Sandra.
one of your little fan base people. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
Now,
her.
want
Ma
them.
ain't lying. Jazz is a
Listen,
lying liar who lies. He's a lying
I'm
liar. Lying
I'm for
liars
the
are the
journey.
worst.
I want them to get it together. I want them to be honest and open and communicate. I think
Them.
they both have their issues. I think they're both wrong in different instances, and I want them to be together. Neither one of them
I
She
is
want
don't
better
them
than
have
the
to
other.
issues.
be good and
Oh,
She don't
respectful.
She
have
do
That's
have
what
issues.
I want.
issues,
It's
mine. She
them.
do.
She
She
don't have
do
no
have issues,
communication
and I
issues.
have
She
a
tell him
problem
she
with.
everything.
does.
I have
She
a
tells him
problem with the
what?
fact
What does she
that,
tell
She
her?
tell him everything.
girl, be
She
quiet.
wasn't like Tori. She had the pregnancy.
Girl,
She put the piss sticks right in his hand before she walked
wait,
out.
did you just try to throw Tori under the bus? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, she did. She was telling the
She was
Girl.
truth.
kind of wrong for that, though.
I'm done with
Telling
you.
the truth.
The fact
But
that
Hey, truth hurts.
you discredit anything
no.
that Jazz is trying to do with his life, his walk with Christ, the whole nine. You discredit
Girl, Jesus
everything.
left him 10 years ago.
I'm done.
He did.
Put Sean
You're going to
comment
hell
up
in a
there.
handbasket,
He
my.
said,
Put
delete
Sean
me
comment up there,
Girl,
Josh.
he said,
Which
Sean is
list me on
one?
funny.
your
This
list
last
so
Click
I
on
one?
know.
that comment.
Yes. No, Sean,
No.
not no Sean. Yeah, there you go. Read it, Maisha.
Why does she need a private invest? I will never agree with a
Because
woman
guess
needing a
what?
private
You
invest.
as
No,
long as
because if she
you're
had got
sitting
a
up
private
here.
investor, y'all, why she went to tell him? Who was she the prize? She
Guess
didn't need a
what?
private investigator.
And
I
she
disagree with
apparently she
that.
didn't need to know the
I do
information
agree
she
with the
wanted to know either.
communication, but it was miscommunication on his part. She was always
It was
open with him.
miscommunication on both their
And birth
parts. She was
control,
not
wait,
always open.
All
birth
right,
control
pause,
is
guys.
not great for the
Pause for a
woman.
second. LB needs to go, so we need to thank her.
Oh,
Thank you for dropping
thank
in, for
you so
popping
Thank
much
in.
you guys for having me. I
We
love
for
this.
love
entertaining
to
us.
love. We
Thank
about
you,
to go too, because
love.
we not about to
Thank
sit here
you.
another hour and play with Maisha
Yes.
either.
I'm done.
I
Thank you, love.
Yeah. So,
I
All
love
right,
you for
ladies.
proving
I
me
love
right.
you
Thank you.
guys.
Good
I'll see you
night.
another
bye.
time.
bye, love.
Bye.
Thank you.
Love.
Y'all, I just want y'all to know she said what I said, that she not a showboat. That's just who she is.
No, she did say
She's the life of the party.
no.
She said she's the life of the party.
You need to
It's
listen
not
to it
malicious.
again. She
It's not
did say she
malicious.
was no.
She
Maisha,
likes to
you need to
people to
listen to
have
it
a good
again.
time.
She said that she was a showboat, actually. She didn't say what you said.
Pass
She
me some
said she was
tequila. I need a drink with these women. I need a
whatever.
drink. And I don't even
Whatever.
want to drink.
Maisha,
Give me a
you're
drink. Give me a
delusional.
drink.
She
Jazz
is
is
not a
definitely
victim.
gonna get the promise. We just have to sit back and wait. And
Yeah.
when it's all over, I just want Maisha to just understand that just like we understood
Like that, Kim.
the ultimate goal is a happy ending.
Yeah. That's
That's
it.
the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
And that
so he got to stop being a POS and get it together because she
yeah, but
And
ain't
what
doing
does
there's
it.
no fun
what
in
does
that.
she have to
Like
stop doing? What
honestly,
does
who
she
wants
have to
to
stop doing?
That's
read?
what we
I
really
can't
want.
think of nothing. I can't really think of nothing.
And on
Go
that note,
away. Listen,
Yes. On that note, I want to
y'all,
thank.
I'm hoes in this house. Go ahead.
I'm gonna deal with him later on. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Get Juggy
y'all,
together, baby.
y'all funny as hell.
I want to thank everybody for rocking with us for 2 hours this evening.
It
I
has
thank
been two
love.
hours.
It
Yeah.
has. It's after 9 o'clock.
When
I
you're
want to
having
thank
fun.
I want to thank my girl Love for popping in. You know, I knew that was gonna happen. We worked it out between the two of us.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
thank
that's so
her for
cute.
popping in. I thank y'all for the entertainment. I know my family is probably around here like she loud as hell up there. I wish she'd be
So is
quiet.
mine. My husband was sitting here looking at just shaking his head, and I'm just like, whatever.
I know my mama is like, what the hell is going on up there? But I can't wait for us to do this again for book 3.
Yeah.
To bring it all full circle. This has truly been enjoyable. I want to say I think this one this series for what I post on YouTube has gotten the most likes and views, which is absolutely awesome. So I appreciate you four ladies for taking the time out. I want to say thank you to Mai for being so passionate, but I need her to get her mind right. I really
Can I
do.
say one thing too?
Absolutely.
We want to thank God. Amen, Jesus, hallelujah, for letting Maisha not find that microphone today.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Oh
And
my
then let
God.
me tell you, so
Lord,
I
you
went to
did
go
first.
order one.
Oh
I
my
went to go
God.
order one and get it primed,
Send this
and it
heifer
was
right
like from
here on
5
her
to
way.
10. It say from 5 to 10. And I'm like, dang, it might not be here for the discussion, but I will have it the next one
You
because
know
I'm going to
what?
perform. I'm going to
We're gonna make
perform.
sure to get off
Thank
again.
God Josh can control the mic.
Yes. And
No,
I
I
want
have
to
to
thank y'all
perform Young
too,
Love hit single sin.
because y'all, this was so much fun. Like I love Belvin so much, and it's so fun to talk about. Even though we may differ, you know what I mean. It's so fun to talk about her books because we have so much material to work with. Like we have so much to discuss and get into, and it's always fun. Even arguing with Ma because she crazy.
I
So I
think we're gonna
appreciate
come
that.
together in book 3. I think we're gonna
So
all be
nobody
together
agree
in
with
book 3.
nothing I said? Y'all
I
ain't
So
agree
nothing
with
I
one
said?
that's
thing.
proof. That's proof that you're wrong.
I agree with one thing you said, Maya. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember what it was, but if somebody runs it back, they'll see the thing that I agree with. No,
I
it was
think
one
there was
thing.
something that I agree with too. She did agree that Jazz loved Shy, most definitely.
Yeah.
And he had her back. She did agree with that.
Yes, she did. She
Yeah.
did agree with that. But I mean, if they was like all lovey dovey for 2 series, that'd be whack. So I'm glad they're going through all of this because we know book 3 they're gonna get it
I'm just
together.
so I
I
He
wish
just,
my
can't
girl
stay.
didn't have to go through this, but
I
you
just
know it
Girl,
wish,
is what it is.
bye.
She
I
deserves.
just wish that Mai would hold she accountable for her actions as
I
Yeah.
well.
agree.
She didn't do
That's
nothing. She
all
was
I want because
perfect.
she's not an angel. She's not perfect. She is just she's petty. And I
She
this is coming from somebody who is petty herself. Josh Renee is can be petty.
So can
Baby,
I.
I know this about myself. Indy
Mhm.
Love tries to keep it. That's why see Indy Love's not here tonight. Josh Renee is here and she can be petty. So I need you to understand
The difference.
she can be just as petty. This is a
Just
petty
as
person talking
bad.
to another petty person. I just want mine. I need mine to accept this man's walk with Christ. I don't care what you say. That
he
man,
must be walking 10 miles.
you can't
Oh,
even say that. Maisha, the
You
whole
get on my
trip to
nerves,
Red
my I swear.
Island, the whole trip to Red Island, his spirit was disturbed. You cannot discredit that at all. You can't. Even from
it
LB's
could have been
perspective as a writer.
constipation. Like we don't know, but
Listen, I'm
oh,
gonna
No,
kill it with her
then
with
Ma, I
one
need you to go to
scene.
church. I need you to find a
I'm
church tomorrow.
I'm about to
It
kill
could
it
be
with her
online. I don't care.
with
I
one
gotta go to
scene. I'm
work.
about to kill her. Do you remember the scene where she woke up in the middle of the night? He wasn't in the bed, and that man was on that floor praying, and she went to watch him pray, and he laid his hand on
Wasn't
her
he
head
sleepwalking?
and knocked her ass
No,
out.
No,
he
he was
wasn't
not
sleepwalking.
sleepwalking.
This one he was praying. He was praying, and that's why she bought him. Oh, that was the one
Okay,
thing you
I'm
didn't
on that.
mention it. You didn't, even though it was kind of for her too, but you didn't mention this was the one thing she did selfishly outside of the bed. That's why I gave you the bed. She bought him a nice, comfortable rug and pillows for him to worship on so that he wasn't on his knees because she knew that was something that was important to him. See how I brought that
They
up? Because
about to
I be
start
having
going
this
to
thing.
Ezra Church. Both of them, they gonna both be in Ezra Church, sitting
And
with
we're
her.
gonna
So
And
welcome them. We're gonna welcome them. I told you we're christening the baby,
we're
so
we're gonna walk.
we will be
They're
giving
gonna sit upstairs with
for
Trent
them
down.
to come on
Yep.
in
Listen,
into the Lord's
Trent,
house. It is
Trent,
going
Trent
to
They're gonna
be
sit
upstairs.
upstairs with
so
Trent
Jasmine.
and Jade.
wonderful.
I thought Trent
They,
usually be downstairs.
no,
Raji
No,
he
be
sits
Trent
upstairs.
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 Trent
No,
and
he's
Jade
not.
sit
Oh, my
upstairs.
bad. My
Him
bad.
and Step
Celebrities
went
sit
But
downstairs
upstairs.
for
that's
Men's
Raji.
Day.
Raji sit downstairs. Raji
Oh,
sits
so I
Yeah.
had it
downstairs.
confused. My bad. My bad. That was my mistake.
Well,
But
my
I
brother
think
Mm-hmm.
Raj will probably be on the stage getting ready to pray. I mean, to sing. I mean, so yeah, he's gonna be
Yeah,
there.
because my best friend, he be doing it. He be getting it in. He gonna get his praise on during the
He gonna
service.
get
'Cause,
his praise on.
that's my
Him
best
and
That's
Wayne
friend.
what.
gonna be up.
Okay, see, I am right. He was sleepwalking.
no,
And
he
she
wasn't.
No,
She
he was
said
not sleepwalking. Get
he
you some
I gotta
wasn't.
glasses,
read that
girl.
again. I
Here, you
thought he
want to
was
borrow these?
sleepwalking.
Here, take these.
You
You
don't
borrow
know.
these?
Oh,
You don't know some people
look,
who pray in the
Maisha,
morning
I
time.
think in
Yeah.
one instance he was sleepwalking,
cause
and
he
then in
didn't
another
even
instance
remember.
when he wasn't
Yeah,
in the bed, he was laying on the floor in prayer position, and
and
she
he put
went to
her.
lay
I
down
remember
where
that.
he
Yeah.
was,
Well, when you meditate
and
in that kind of
he
prayer,
was
you don't remember
praying,
what's going on around
and
you.
he
Cause
put his
he
hand
didn't
on
remember
her head,
he
and
didn't
she
remember.
instantly went to sleep.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think he remembered that. Cause
He
when she
didn't
brought it up,
remember
he
it.
didn't
He
remember it.
told
Because
her
he
he
was in the
didn't remember
spirit
it.
world. He was
I
praying.
think I think a lot of what Aunt Rose said is definitely going to play a part in part 3.
Absolutely.
And I think I gotta go reread that. Cause she said a lot in her
I, I,
prophecy.
I think the dad. I'm sorry. I just think the older Witherspoon is. And okay. Wait. Before we hang up, do y'all think that his mistress was being funny by naming Noelle after him? Like I read that name. I'm like, she did not name her daughter after this man she cheated with. Woo, Jesus.
Why
And
not?
Keys. Oh my
I
God.
mean,
And the fact
it
that he
probably was a
named
petty
her.
moment. It
It
It was
probably
a
probably
was
petty
a
was.
petty
moment.
moment.
I
Lord.
know plenty of people who do that. Plenty of
I
people who have done
listen.
that.
Everybody I know that cheated and a baby came out of it. as proof, that baby is the spitting image of that
Image
man.
of that person. Yep.
Spitting image. Like he couldn't
No, I
deny
get
that
that. I was
child
just
if he
saying the
tried to.
name.
So
Like that
Oh,
was
I
yeah,
that
I
was
think
definitely
it,
the
think it was
I
a
feel like
part
it was a
petty.
petty moment. It
But I
definitely was
just
a petty moment.
But my thing, and I was really mad at her mom. Again, before we go, I don't think we talked about this enough. Her mom putting that blame on she for getting to know her. I never understand family who does that. Sherry don't have nothing to do with what y'all got going on. That is her sister.
And
That
neither
is
does
somebody who
Noel.
can
They
give
don't have
her
nothing to do with
but
blood.
it.
but what she said when she told him she's gonna choose her dad over you, and that's exactly what she did. Then that
But
passage I just read, because he's taking over your business, I'm breaking up. She didn't want to leave that man
You're
alone.
right.
It's
You know what, Ma? I
she don't
forgot
want
she
to.
said that.
So what she said to him was correct.
That
She's
was
gonna
true.
pick her father every time.
Yeah, but
So the
I
mother
get
didn't
She
that.
not gonna
try.
pick his ass in book 3. I can guarantee you that.
No,
And that's
but
the thing. If she can get over the whatever bond she has with her
Maybe the
dad that
first
she
two
does not
chapters.
want to let go, even with him making her put a pause on her dreams, like this man controls her life.
yeah,
So it's deeper. Like I said, the father holds a there. Hopefully, he get hit by a Mack truck. We saw it happen before. We welcome it again. But
listen, she should have got.
I mean,
She should have got
but
hit with three trucks.
her loyalty, to her father is a very, very,
And
that's the
I'll go
flaw
back
to me.
to
That's
where
the flaw.
I definitely don't think it's loyalty to her father. I think it's loyalty to her sister. She knows that her mom is not going to allow a relationship with her sister if she goes with her mom.
and you
And
know
her
what?
mom is not going to allow a relationship with Inez either.
But
I'll
she didn't actually didn't call her roommate. She, like, literally when he brought it up, she was like, it's something like that. Like, she never copped to that. It was something that
Oh,
Jazz brought
she
up.
wasn't open
Yeah,
and honest.
she wasn't. Yeah, she didn't actually cop to that.
Hmm.
It's a
Right,
long
Kima. She
story.
wasn't open and
She
honest.
wasn't
Oh, that has
communicating
nothing.
nice.
Let me tell you, Inez has nothing to do with Jazz and she. Okay.
What?
this is this
So
is this is my thing with she. I respect this, that she is loyal to her family all the way around. She's loyal to her sister. She's loyal to Inez, because it's not Inez's fault that
The
the
dad
her
mama
mother
cheated.
don't
already
want
cheated
nothing.
and had her, and the mama is treating her. She need to be on the therapist couch as well. That woman,
Yep.
somebody think she's
Ayana.
toxic. Like, they
Hmm.
both she and Jazz have toxic mothers and parents. Parents both have toxic. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. They both have toxic parents
Yep.
together. Both of
I
them.
Hmm.
can't understand why
Yeah,
Aunt
I
Rose
think
hasn't put
both.
a root on her ass all this time.
All,
Put a
okay.
root on her. Put a root on her. She gonna be all right.
You know what?
I I think that the mom really is a problem for she too, even if she gets rid of the dad, because I think the mom is still going to be. The mom is the reason for a lot of her insecurities,
Hmm.
and that's why she latched on to her dad. And I think she even says it in the book. If her mom had stayed, I think we would have a different type of Ashira. You get me? Like, I feel like her mom leaving really changed the course of who she was as a person.
Her
Hmm.
mom,
And she
you
wanted.
you
I know
also
she
you have to
said
think
she asked
about
her
it
to come
too.
with her.
If
Hmm.
you
She asked her
go
to come
back
with her. She wanted to
to
stay with Noel.
Yeah, if you go back to book 1 and read that scene where the mom and she first came in, her mom was like very loving, very
Yep.
on her, very open. How do you pull that away from a child?
Yep.
Hmm. And
Yep.
and
And
not even that. Remember, Jazz was
you
like,
on
"That's
mute,
what he
baby.
want."
From a child, because
That's what he said he
Of her
she's
wanted.
father.
trying to take out what happened, what her dad did to you.
Right.
Hmm.
That
Yep.
part.
I can't
Yep.
get with that. I can't. I never understood why parents do that in real life. Like, I just, that was something that was so real to me in the book, because people do that in real life. And I never understood it, because you're blaming your child for having a relationship with their sibling. That you're putting them in a place to choose, and that's not fair to she.
And not just not from having a relationship with the sibling. You also blaming the sibling. That
Yeah.
that child didn't ask to come here.
At
Yeah,
And
and
all.
it's
I
so
feel like
unfortunate.
I
But
like
it's still a
in real
constant
life, I
reminder of
This
your
how you
it
husband's
know.
is. But
infidelity.
I get
listen,
it.
if you forgive that man, you forgive that child and you accept that child.
Yeah.
How can you have a relationship with that man and not have a relationship with his child or allow him to have a relationship with
Yeah.
that child?
That's
I
why she
always go
left.
back
She
to
couldn't do neither.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
always
couldn't
go
do
back to
neither.
Gabrielle
You
Union
know that
and
daddy.
Dwayne Wade.
Didn't she
Mhm.
find? Didn't Noel find him in the pool house with some
With
woman?
two women,
With
two
with
Yeah,
women
two
on
women.
yeah.
Father's Day
Yeah. On
when he was
Father's
supposed to be
Day.
with her.
He's supposed to be with
And
her.
she said she made the plans for him, and all he had to do was not forget. And that girl showed up to that house and caught him with two women and said, "I never want to see him again." She
That's
was distraught.
crazy.
But yeah, father was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Both him and Lamont can jump off a cliff for all I care. Willingly or
Absolutely,
otherwise.
absolutely.
I don't like them. I don't like the moms. I like Charmaine, but I don't like the mom. I
I
forgot
mean,
her name.
Charmaine is real. You know,
Yeah.
she love gonna always give us a real mama.
I
Somebody
wanted to see her
that's
cut up
real,
on Lamont.
A real problem.
a real
Yeah.
mama who ain't gonna bite her tongue and say what it is.
But I think she knew that
I didn't like
Jazz
her.
needed to do it. I think she knew
Yeah.
that Jazz needed to get what he had out. Because I think she said in
Okay,
the book, like,
wait.
um,
Got it.
no, let him speak. Because he needed to have that conversation as a man with his father now that they're both adults.
hmm and another thing, how did y'all feel about Cynthia knowing where he stayed, him introducing all of that to Cynthia, and him actually being attracted to Shishi and wanting more and not doing that? Because she brought that up too during the
I
book.
I think she knew where he stayed, but truthfully, I don't think that
No,
Cynthia.
she
I
did.
don't
He said
feel
it. She
what
knew.
she knew what.
She knew about the money and where he stayed. That's what she
Yeah,
asked
but
when they
no,
was
I'm
getting the
No,
talking
ticket out.
she
about
he
I'm
didn't
talking about
she
his
didn't know
past
about the
life.
money. She didn't
I'm
know about
I'm
the money. She
wondering
knew about the house.
I'm wondering if she knew who Sin was.
No,
Like,
she
No,
didn't. He
but
said
I'm
it.
saying she knew. He didn't hide what he was to Cynthia. Like
No, he
just
did. She
No,
asked
Cynthia
him.
did not
She
know.
she asked Jazz, "Did you tell such and such this?" And he was like, "I didn't tell anybody this." And that's why she was more comfortable with it. Because I guarantee you, if he had said he told Cynthia that, she would have flipped out. She does not like Kenny. She does not want anyone to know Jazz more than she does because she's supposed to be the baddest bitch in his life. You know what I'm saying? And so when he was breaking everything down to her, she asked him specifically, "Did you tell Cynthia this or the other wives?" And he said, "I didn't tell anybody this." Go reread it, Ma.
no. I'm just saying she knew about the house and shit. Well, I
Just
shouldn't
the
say,
house
but she
because
knew.
the damn
I mean, if he owned that
first
house, you
lady.
know he has some
No,
money.
how? How do you
I
know?
I
Oh,
don't I
Because
money.
that
he
was
could
a
Oh,
have
fluent
money.
part of town. That
Oh,
was
money. No, I thought
Cynthia
you
could
meant
have
like
known about that, but I
drug
don't think
stuff.
Cynthia knew
She didn't
Sin.
at
No,
I
all.
no,
don't
no. I'm not
feel
saying
that
sin. I
she
said
knew
she
that.
know he has money. She
Yeah,
know
but I'm saying
what
I
he.
don't feel like she knew everything.
No,
But
no,
I
he
don't
no.
think
I'm
she
not
knew
never
saying she
everything.
did, but what I'm saying is he didn't even show that part of him to Shishi. He
because she
revealed it
assumed
later.
otherwise. She assumed otherwise. He told her everything she said to him. And she admitted at the therapist that she was wrong for that, even though she walked it back after that. She assumed he was XYZ and he played that part. You thought I was this, I'm gonna play that part because that's who you think I am. Like five baby mamas, right? Remember they was joking about that? So I think he at the time did not think she was worthy of knowing that. But now they've been intimate, he owed her a lot more, in my opinion. Now that they were intimate. So I can understand her being mad about that. but she never opened herself up to being receptive to who he truly was, and he thought he was gonna lose her, like Love
I
said.
don't think he not. I don't think he told all of them about his
No,
past
I
success.
I don't
did,
think
because
so either.
Cynthia
I think
knew,
maybe they
because
knew he
that's
did
how
some time.
no, that's how Peach knew. Peach
Sid,
knew because Cynthia told her. So
But
she
they
did.
knew
Peach did
they
know about
no.
the.
This is
I think
they
they
knew
knew
no,
he did some
Peachy
they knew
said
time,
he
but
was
I
in
don't
she
think.
jail. They
told
didn't
her.
know about the murders and
Yeah.
all of that.
No, no,
They
no. I'm
know
not
when he was.
saying that, but yeah, they knew that. What I'm saying is they knew he was an ex felon. He
Yeah,
had money, whatever,
I
whatever.
don't know if they knew he
No,
had
they
money.
didn't know. They didn't
Well,
know he had money either.
No, they
They
didn't.
gotta.
Girl, read
They
the
have to. If
bag.
he's staying in a lake house, he's not poor. Like, come on. They might not know what he owned, but they know he have money. That's
She
what I'm
did. They didn't
like.
know where
They
he
didn't.
lived. No one had been
Yes,
to his
Cynthia did.
home.
It
Cynthia
no,
say when
Cynthia
did.
had
she
been to
no no
that
no
house.
Cynthia it say
Cynthia,
thinking you lived
Cynthia
there while
did go to
having
that house.
Cynthia's dry Humpty Dumpty ass at your lakeside estate makes you left it. She was there.
She
Come
was
on
there
now.
because remember she was there with Charmaine
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Yeah,
he
Cynthia
left.
Cynthia
was
potato
there.
He
salad.
left and
And
brought
she was talking
Cynthia
about the
home
view.
and then went to
Went to
Shishi.
she was exactly went to Shishi because
Yeah.
she was Inez told him to come.
You don't remember she said, I don't think I could ever get used to this view.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
remember
that was
Yeah,
that.
at the lake
she
house.
knew
Yeah,
about the
Humpty
lake
Dumpty was
house,
there.
but she did
That's
not know his extracurricular activities
That's not
prior
what I'm
to me.
saying. That's not what I yeah, that's not what I brought up. I said she knew where he stayed and she knew
Oh,
he has money. Now she don't I didn't say she knew where it came from or how much, but staying in a place like where he stayed, you have to know, this person has something,
mm. I
a
guess.
couple
I
of
mean,
mil.
but it's not like he ever had to flaunt it in front of Cynthia either. So maybe she just thought he was comfortable. But Cynthia's a non-factor. Like she does not matter in the
Exactly.
scheme of
She's
things.
Humpty Dumpty.
She's not Humpty Dumpty. I do not like when she says all of those things. Like honestly, it really irritates me.
She say
That's
dry.
that's
Oh,
her
I love
insecurity
listen, I
telling
love
her
when
Yep,
that.
she called
that's her
no.
insecurity.
I don't
When
like
she
it.
called her dry, I was crying. So she when he was like stopping her for talking, and she's like, she's dry.
It
I
just
love
came
it.
across as hate to me because like me, like if I am comfortable and secure in a man's life or whatever the case may be, I don't care what the other chick was doing or how she looked. I'm not bringing that up for what? What I gotta talk about another chick for? I'm me.
I don't think Cynthia showed herself to be more trustworthy because she shared it with Peach.
She did not share with Peach. Peach was there when they were having the date. It was at the thing. Remember, Peach
No,
was
she knew
there.
about he was an ex felon.
Because
Peach knew.
she said it. Because remember, she told her girls who she was dealing with. She had a conversation with Chelsea, I mean Chelsea, Peaches, Shizu, and whatever the next girl's name is. I can't think of it.
But
Becky.
that wasn't but that was Peach wasn't there when she had that conversation with them about doing the T-Pain and stuff. Peach wasn't there.
Yes, she was. They were talking about the period sex. Remember?
That was in book 2. I'm talking about you said I'm telling you in book 1,
Oh,
Peach
we're talking
knew
about book
he was
one.
I know,
Oh,
yes, because we're talking about when she the Peach knew because Cynthia shared that. Cynthia did tell Peach stuff about Jazz.
but doesn't everybody know that he was a felon?
No, don't
Yes.
nobody even know who the hell he was. That's what I'm saying. Of course, he a felon because he's up front with that. But
Right.
she didn't tell it. That's what I'm saying. The comment said that Cynthia showed herself to be more trustworthy with that data. What I'm saying is Cynthia told
Oh.
his business to Peach. It's the comment, and that's what I was replying to.
Oh, okay. I can't see the comment. My
Yeah.
bad. That was my fault. I was
Okay.
totally
Okay, so
misunderstanding.
the comment says, but Cynthia showed herself to be more trustworthy with that data because she wasn't judgmental. She may not have been judgmental, but she still told it to people that was not in his life. She told it to Peach. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, I do think that she may have shared it with somebody. I
I
mean,
don't
we
know what
all
this
say
means.
we all gonna keep a secret, but we all tell somebody because the share can get the same smoke from Brielle.
I think she may be speaking about how when Kima was saying about how she don't like how Shira jumps to
Oh,
calling
Yes.
her names.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
She's
don't like
saying that
it.
Brielle can call her Shira names. I think that's what
I
she
mean,
means by that.
I'm not trying to be funny, but literally, like when we think somebody is, and I'm not gonna say a threat because I don't think Cynthia's a threat with it, but when they have something that we want, it's like, "Ugh, what are you seeing her?" You know, I don't
Yeah.
think that's so far fetched from being a woman, if that makes sense. We always attack something.
It's
I
I
not
got
think
so
3
you
far
degrees.
fetched
say that.
from
You know, I
allowing your
don't think it's far fetched.
insecurities and your pettiness to show.
But
Yeah.
and exactly, it does. It peaks.
Because
It
you
peaks.
think they are a threat. Because if I
It
don't care,
peaks.
if I honestly don't care about somebody, what they do don't bother me. I don't have to talk about their looks and I don't have to talk about anything. But if I see like some way, maybe if, despite all of that, she got something on me, then I'm gonna be extra petty. Then I'm gonna drag them
I don't
from
be
the air
petty
to the
either.
things.
I
Well, yeah.
call big long toe, big foot,
The
like
only time I do
anything.
things like that is if I don't like you. If I don't like you, that is one thing. Cynthia ain't never did nothing to the girl. You broke up her whole date so you can pay for some damn dinner.
Oh, that was
She,
so.
Cynthia never did
Wait.
anything to
Not
that
when
girl.
none. Wait. Not when they got all in the she business that night. But that's on book one. I don't want to talk about that. Let's go
Yeah,
there.
All
that
I'm
that
saying
that
is,
that
We
definitely
going back
showed
in the rabbit
Cynthia's
hole.
insecurities too. Trying to ask that girl why was she
Why
the
she
age
not
she
married?
was
Yeah.
and unmarried.
hmm Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was
So
her insecurity. So they both had something to feel inferior to the other about, and they showed it with their things that she was saying. And every time
Hmm.
she'd be like welfare this and that. I don't like that. Like you don't have to do all of that because whether somebody's a welfare
has to be
recipient
done.
or nothing, or whatever the case may be, does not mean they don't deserve a good man. And I had a problem with she saying those things.
I can agree with that, but I agree with Shisha.
Anyway, so
Girl,
thank you guys. This was so much fun because
it was lovely.
it's just no getting through the mind. She picked us up. I
None.
can't even be mad at you about that.
None.
I
She
agree with.
picked
I'm
us up.
sorry, cause
We've
I've been
officially hit two
petty.
and a half hours.
I've said things, you know.
I mean, I
But
think we've
yeah,
all been
I
petty, but I mean, it seems like it just hits different. Like she's
when
not
you
a
see
threat
it
to
done.
you. Yeah,
At
but it's like she's not a
all.
threat to you. Like, why are you so pressed about Cynthia? Because you maybe Cynthia was in the running before. He thought she was in the running. He was gonna buy Cynthia some bras. I mean, like, so
Right.
what?
So what? It's like, you know what it, you know what it
So
reminds me
what?
of?
That was terrible.
You know what?
That was terrible. Like, I mean, how did she even fix herself to tell him, listen, my mom and my sister are teasing me about my breasts and my bras?
Right?
Like,
Like,
I wouldn't have even said anything.
Listen,
Child,
Yo, I
you
get your
ain't
swear to
life.
catch
God,
Get
me.
your life,
that was a
Cynthia. Get
joke.
your life.
That was a joke. I would
I don't
never
know.
tell a man that I do not buy the right bras.
girl, like, what was you even on? Like, that should
Why you
look,
say
look.
that?
Even for Jazz, that like nigga, that's a red flag. Go on and run, bro, run.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all are so mean.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm just saying,
No.
like, girl.
Yeah, that was
But I guess
crazy.
she thought that was gonna be her man. So she felt like she could talk to him about anything. I
It's
guess,
Listen,
some things don't take it to the grave. You is not
baby.
gonna know
I'm not
listen.
having
I
that
don't brought
conversation
the
with
right
you at
bras.
all.
It's some
Yes.
things you will never, ever, ever
You
know
was
Ever,
about
not gonna
me.
know.
ever,
I never
ever.
went in a bra shopping and asked them to measure me. You would never know that. I'm
Never know.
sorry.
I was so
Oh my
embarrassed for
god.
her. Like, and that's why I said when she does those things, it makes me embarrassed for her because it's like, dang girl, keep that to your chest. Tell your therapist, but you giving her more power than she deserves because we all know he don't want Cynthia. He never even did he even kiss the girl on the cheek? He don't want
No, he never even
Cynthia.
kissed her.
He don't want Cynthia. So why? It's like Cynthia's the
I
one. I
just
don't even remember the other girls' names. Cynthia's
I
the
just
one.
I just
Renee and Maria. Maria was
Renee
the
and Maria.
one
wait,
with
and this is the
that had the
thing
new
with
growth, and
Jazz that
Renee was
had
the
me.
one had all the family in the house.
Did you say the new growth? Is that what you said, Layla?
Yeah, you don't remember when she
Allegra.
looked at the picture? She said, "Snow White." She was talking about the girl hair. You know,
I
she had the little
can't.
new growth showing.
Yo, yo, she petty as hell. She is petty as hell.
I
She
love it.
is. She
I love
is.
it.
But
But
anyway, y'all, it is 9:30 my time.
yeah, it's my time too. This was fun,
Cynthia
y'all.
is giving Myrtle Urkel. Girl, bye, Devin. Go to bed.
She
Go
is.
to bed, Devin
Not
Taylor. Go
Myrtle.
to bed.
Not
Girl.
Myrtle. I'm so mad. Now I'm gonna picture her like that for the rest of the book. 3. Thanks, y'all.
Devin should not be allowed to talk until she goes and read Nina's book on us. No more talking for you. Go
Oh
read
Lord,
She hasn't
go
read
read
it
on us
yet.
and then you can come back to the group.
that's my book.
Yeah, she gotta go read that. But
Anyway,
this was
y'all. So we will know book 3 in the winter time. I guess the fall of the winter time.
they have Christmas in July. So I'm just saying.
Usually,
I
yeah,
mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's snowing in Colorado right now. Who are we to determine when the winter is? Winter can be September. It snows in
girl.
Wisconsin in September. Let's get this.
I'm
Let's get this
hoping.
thing.
I'm hoping September. I'm hoping August-ish, September-ish, latest October-ish.
Let's see. What is
Um,
this? It's usually 3 to 4 months.
So that'd be like
So
October.
we're in May,
That'd
June,
be
July,
I
September,
August,
know
October.
September.
I know she's trying to do beside this another one. And that'll usually come around her birthday in December. So all we can do is pray and keep our fingers crossed.
And wait on the promise, baby.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
because
then
I,
and see,
I love this series. I've
normally what
never,
I
y'all
do
don't
is
understand. I've never been so in love with a character before. Like, y'all think I'm playing. I'm dead serious. I really love her.
I don't know
I
why,
do.
but anyway, normally what I do is I don't reread, so I didn't go back and reread 1. I will go back and reread 1 and 2 just before 3 drops. So I like got it
Highlight it.
all down. I can't read this 50 million times because like some people and they be making stuff up in between the blank lines on the scenes. I
I
can't.
mean, if it go, it
Her
go. That's how.
initials
If it
are
sound right,
Maisha Parrish.
if it sound right, then I'm going for it. Like I mean, we can talk about his murders that he committed
There
in this
you
book
go.
that we're
You know
not talking
what?
about, but
You know what?
it
I
is
would
what it
never.
is.
So that lets me know right now I will never ever share any secrets with you, Maisha, because you will never. That's one of my pet peeves. Don't throw my past up in my face. So I
Yeah.
will
I'm
never
just,
share anything
hey,
with you
I'm
ever.
just saying,
You're
Danny
just saying
Lou
my
end
ass.
up
Nothing.
dead in a warehouse. Oh, you the first
I'll
person I'm
never,
going to.
long as I said, I'll never share a secret with Maisha because she will
Don't
not
kill
throw back
nobody,
in
cause
my face.
I'm a hold.
Bye,
That's
ma.
We ain't
it's
gonna
no
commit a
statute of
crime with her.
limitation.
All
Ever,
There's no
right.
ever.
statute of
So you
limitation,
the whole saying
and
what
I'm
stays in
wholesome.
Vegas will stay in Vegas, not with
I'm
mine.
wholesome. I'm wholesome.
Bye, Maisha.
Bye,
Thank
Maisha.
you, y'all, for having for hanging
Thank you
with
for
us for
having
this
us.
evening.
Thank
I
you.
And thank
appreciate
you,
I can't
love,
y'all.
wait
for
to the
coming
next one.
through.
It'll be on YouTube tomorrow because I'm too tired tonight. I promise.
Yes.
Girl, she said, "What time to go?" Yes, ma'am. We've been rocking a
Girl,
long time,
good night, T Jones. It's
right?
about to
All
be
right.
morning.
Good night, y'all.
All right,
Good
I'm
night.
ending the
All right,
broadcast. Have a
guys.
good evening.
Y'all too.